out and remarkable achievement in marriage both at the level of the troops and as military staff officer that you are all the part of greatness in international peacekeeping. We start making sure those people that will bring to cabinet people of integrity, and secondly, make sure that even beginning with myself, we declare assets. You want to make sure this is well known. The purpose of coming to government to know that it's public service, and if you are not ready to serve the public, you can go elsewhere. But we want to make sure that we start on a clear note. The people of our country should align the protected the groups, not to bring a team again that will do the same thing that other people are doing or worse. So it's a clear message, clear answer. Make sure we are prepared to audit the ongoing government so that they tell the Liberian people of their stewardship, and to make sure that we start on a footing where people know.
Good morning, early risers. You're listening to the Punch Breakfast Show, your ultimate wake-up call, with your hosts Bokai Amara Kamara and Harris G. Belly. Rise and shine, everyone. It's time to kickstart your day with laughter and great vibes.
That's right. Grab your coffee and get ready for a sizzling morning packed with the hottest topics and the coolest tunes.
We've got everything you need to jumpstart your day, from news that matters to interviews with your favorite. We're dishing out those feel-good stories that will put a smile on your face.
So sit back, relax, and let us spice up your mornings. The Punch Breakfast Show starts now.
Stay tuned for a morning full of energy and entertainment, right here on Punch Radio 106.7 FM.
Sit back, relax, and let us spice up your mornings. The Punch Breakfast Show starts now.
Stay tuned for a morning full of energy and entertainment, right here on Punch Radio 106.7 FM.
Okay, 5 minutes past 7 o'clock, roughly about 5 minutes past 7 o'clock, and it's another day, another wonderful, great, and blessed day. It's good to be here. You know, once you get up soon in the morning, the first thing you do is to appreciate the Almighty God for blessing you to see another day, because a lot of people want to see this particular day, but life, sickness. So let me say good morning to you wherever you are. Today is the 18th day of July 80, 2024. Yeah, somebody says it's 7 months. That's July, right? Yeah. So let me say welcome wherever you are today. It's gonna be another fascinating discussion that you don't want to miss. It's gonna be another mind-blowing, great presentation, because we are fully loaded. We are loaded this morning to provide you with the happenings in our country, out of our country. Yeah, things that are making news in our body politics, right? This is where we give you all in one package. That's why we are the PBS, the Punch Breakfast Show. Boakai Amara Kamara is my name. I'm here. Mr. Harris Betty is also pretty seated here for us this morning. We'll be driving you from now up until 10 o'clock. Yeah, but at 9 o'clock, we'll take a break. We'll bring you our special studio guest in person of District Number 3 lawmaker from Grand Jida County. He will be here with us this morning at 9 o'clock. But before that time, yeah, more and more things to need to look at. Trending from the Capitol building. So let me say good morning, Mr. Harris Betty. Good morning. Welcome to the show.
Good morning, Bokai, and good morning, everyone. I'm good. I'm good this morning. I'm doing well and wonderful. Just as you said, it is an opportunity for us. We see it as a privilege that God has given us another chance to be alive
Mhm.
and also to effectively contribute to nation building. And so I'm honored to be on the People's Program this morning and sharing conversation.
Okay, so what do we have on our menu this morning? You want to kickstart from your end?
Yeah, the plate is loaded, like you mentioned. At 9 o'clock, we will have District 3 Representative Jacob DB will be our guest this morning from Grand Jita County District 3. We want to talk more, mind you, the conversation surrounding what has the president done on the road project as well. Wakai.
Mm.
It will be hard on our agenda. Also, there was this report that the Correction Palace in Grangela County,
Mhm.
that palace in Grangela County is a death trap because even prisoners at the area, the police officers assigned law enforcement authorities, they have been greeted with series of challenges, Wakai. And so Representative Jacob DB wrote a communication to plenary
Mm.
that there's a need. We summoned the Minister of Justice to tell us why the government have abandoned the Correction Palace there in Grangela County. And that place serves as almost for the Western.
Yeah.
That's the southeast, the
Mhm.
entire southeast. Yeah, in terms of crimes, criminals, everyone is being taken to that place. Yeah, so it's a major area. We invited him this morning as well to talk more about that. Also, on the flip side, mind you, the houses, the joint committee on public accounts and expenditure
Yeah.
began the public hearing of the auditor report on yesterday.
Mhm.
And so a strong emphasis was placed on the Ministry of Public Works.
Yeah. And we told our
Uh,
people that we're going
and
to.
we said we're going to come here this morning after we have all of our notes.
Mm.
We will sit on this conversation this morning and inform you what the auditor, what the General Auditing Commission
Mm.
told the legislature that they have observed all they found in the audit report at the Ministry of Public Works. Folks, some of you this morning, you don't want us to read
The report.
this funding. You just don't want us to read this funding.
Mm.
Have you asked yourself why the roads are the way they continue to be?
Mm.
Have you asked yourself the corridor between from Douala to Central Town is still deplorable in the way it is?
Mm.
Have you asked yourself why even the road on 72nd, the small corridor of Baka
Yeah.
between is deplorable and there has been no step taken? Have you asked yourself why? Listen, we'll tell you this morning.
Mm.
We were
It's
informed
damaging.
this morning.
It's totally damaging. What's coming from the Ministry of Public Works?
It's sad.
It's sad. And this is about Liberia. And Harris, this country, well, from what I read, or what came out of yesterday conference, I think more need to be done because Liberian people, we ourselves, man, we just like existing. What the folks from the public work ministry said yesterday, when it comes to the audit report that was a GSE, right? Okay, what they said yesterday, Harris, we are still lacking behind. And so, folks, those that are following us through our Facebook page, you can leave your comments on the topic on a discussion this morning, and we were reading out. I promise anything that you post this morning on our page, we're reading out for you. So, Harris, let's kickstart the. We'll start with the audit report, and then after that, we'll draft into what a lawmaker from the Coalition for Democratic Change from Grand Jita County. We been telling you guys that people been saying that the road from Grand Jita County to Morovia is in good condition. Yeah, we've been talking about it, and people been calling in, giving a testimony that the road between Morovia to the road from Morovia to Grand Jita is in a good condition. You can take less than 7, 8, 9, 10 hours from here to Grand Jida County. It wasn't like that before. No, it wasn't like that before. You need to spend some time 1 week. Sometimes you spend 3, 4, 5 days on the road. But this time around, you take just hours to reach to Grand Jida County. So one of CDC's strong men, one of their strong lawmakers, in person of Zopeno, admitted to the road condition, and the man said you can wear your white suit, Harris, and you move from Masorado County and you can reach in Grand Jida with your white suit on, with nothing like a dirt on your white suit. So we'll play his recording later on, but let's kickstart with the other report. Like we said, we're bringing you what's coming from the joint committee this morning. So Harris.
Okay, so Broker, I'm going to read the report.
Yeah,
right. I'm going to read. Listen, this is what I want to do. We'll provide our analysis, right? But we want to read you exactly what the Joint Public Account Committee said on yesterday as per the report. Now, listen, and it is being done in segments.
Yeah, and I want you to take your own time.
That's what I'm saying. It says an audit conducted by the Auditor General on the financial assessments of the road assessment project has uncovered multiple financial and operational discrepancies on the period from July 1, 2021 to December 1, 2022. So we will tell you what the road assessment project was about. Just relax, right? We will read the report finish. This report covers just from July 2021 to December 2022 in a short space. Listen, it says the findings raise serious concerns about fiscal management, transparency, and accountability within the project. Key findings. We begin with withholding taxes. The infrastructure implementation unit failed to deduct withholding taxes about to US $1,100. Contractors, Chico and Sico, similarly did not deduct and remit taxes and duties totaling US $1,512,601.66. Vendors withholding taxes amounting to US $47,950,000. That's $47,950.88. When were also not deducted and remitted. Financial statement disclosures. Unpaid claims. Now listen, unpaid claims totaling US $6,152,245.88 and LRD $35,280,459.86 for routine maintenance services provided by Sico and Chico were also disclosed in the notes to the were not disclosed in the notes to the financial statements. Were not also disclosed in the notes to financial statements. A discrepancy of US $31,918 was observed between the interim financial report and the financial statement for cumulative balances. Listen, we'll break that down for you.
Yeah, we'll break it down.
Documentation issues. Documentation issues. Financial statements signed by the PFMU manager and the project coordinator lacked specific dates of preparation and signing, contrary to the cash basis requirements adopted by the government of Liberia. Payments amounting to US $1,462,559.24 for goods and services were made without adequate supporting documents, questioning the authenticity of these transactions. So, man.
Yeah, Jeff Pinway then will come to break it down.
Goods purchased amounting to US $93.80 lacked supporting documents such as quotation and bid evaluation reports. Operational inefficiencies. Petty cash, petty cash float was delayed and initiated when the cash balance rose above 90% instead of the required 50%. NASCOP deductions for staff were not made and remitted. NASCOP deduction for staff were not made and remitted. 2Ds for land bought by the contractors were not available for inspection during the audit. Infrastructure and maintenance concerns. The project manager's office and come in Wheeler, Magibi County and Parala Bon County were found to be poorly maintained and abandoned. Fixed assets were not properly coded and the fixed assets register was incomplete. There was no evidence of periodic physical verification of assets or movement of assets within the project's vicinity. Government financial obligations. The World Bank reduced the government of Liberia counterpart contribution for road maintenance from US 47.8 million to US 35 million. The audit revealed that no evidence, the audit revealed no evidence that the government has made contribution towards road maintenance as stated in the contract or agreement, even though the World Bank reduced our cost. The failure led to the Infrastructure Implementation Unit issuing a suspension order effective October 1, 2022, due to the government's failure to meet its obligations. The findings from the Auditor General report highlight significant lapses in financial management and operational oversight within the Liberia Road Assessment Project. This is a report.
So we take it bit by bit. Let's start from the now we have read you the entire report. So now we need to break it down so our people can know what we're talking about here this morning. So it's an audit conducted by the Auditor General on the financial statement of the Liberia Road Asset Project has uncovered multiple financials and operational discrepancy for the period from July 1st, 2021 to December 31st, 2022. So what we are talking about here today, we are talking about from July 1st, 2021 to July 31st, 2022.
December.
Okay. December 31st, 2022. So Harris, they're just an iceberg. You understand? They just happened between that time. We don't know what happened in 2023, 2021, all the other time that we don't know what happened. So they're talking about 2022. Yeah. From 2021 to 2022. So what been happening in the past years? We don't know anything about that, Harris. So let's begin with that.
So what guy like you, the timeline provided in the audit report from July 2021 to December 2022.
Yeah.
That's a period of about 1 year, 5 months, so to speak. Within a period of 1 year, 5 months, the audit report is informing you Liberians that there were huge financial discrepancies. Come to think of, at that time, Brakai, we were already preparing for elections.
Yeah.
When we say some of these things, you think that it is all because of politics. Brakai, like we talk about transparency and accountability, it is a matter that we needed to thoroughly investigate. Even though there is now a system that we can audit political parties in this country, but I think if there is a need, we do it.
Yeah.
Have you asked yourself how the CDC was able to generate 50 million budget for elections? Nigeria has a population of over 127 million people. The last time elections were held, no single political institution
used 50 million.
No. Even though there are millionaires in Liberia. If you read Africa top 10 countries with higher millionaires, Nigeria is sitting at spot number 7.
Yeah.
South Africa is at number 1. The election just held in South Africa, having been Africa's number 1 country with millionaires. There are over 100 million years as per statistics conducted in South Africa. Even to that point, the electoral process, not a single political party has 50 million budget worker. In a small country of 5.2 million, where 60 to 70% of the money guys who have in this country had just petty cash that they use to influence and reduce the people. We had a political party with 50 million budget, using 50 million budget. Then have we asked ourselves how that money was generated? Now listen, the Liberia Road Assessment Management Project that this audit report is highlighting. Now this project, Brakai, was to rehabilitate a 246 kilometer primary road section. Now
in Liberia, in the entire Liberia.
In Liberia.
Okay.
That's why I'm saying the road project and this project word has been highlighted. So the Liberia Road Assessment Management Project was to rehabilitate a 246 kilometer road, primary road. Now the road corridor from Ryelet to Banga, Ganta to Guinea. That was phase 1.
Okay.
So the project was done, or the project was to be conducted in 2 phases or 2 components. Now, the first component was to design the rehabilitation and maintenance of the Monrovia Radial to Ganta and to Guinea Road. So literally, if you want to talk about it, that project, the first phase has already been completed.
Okay.
So that's why you see the other report, they not highlight the first phase of the project.
Okay.
Now, the second phase of the project, which is in question now, was to provide consulting services, operating costs, and training, right? To focus on the corridor from SD Copper to Coca-Cola Railline, from SD Copper to Coca-Cola Road. The road corridor you see from SD Copper moving on to EWA ended. The Dupo Road corridor to Raillight. That was the first of aspect component 2 of the road now.
Yeah.
We talk component 1 starts from Raillight to Ganta. To Banga to Ganta, and Ganta to Guinea.
Okay.
That's phase 1.
Phase 1. Then phase 2.
So literally phase 1 was already completed by the administration of Ellen Johnson Sirleaf.
Okay.
Because you may recall I was doing Manasali administration that Ganta to Railway Road already been conducted. So phase 2 now that Georgia inherited was to the project from SD Copper Road, or some will say at ERW Junction, because it is measuring that from SD Copper to Coca-Cola Raillet, including ERW and Raillet Junction.
Okay.
And
so from SD Copper Road straight to Coca-Cola factory.
The road at Georgia dedicated.
Yeah.
That Dupo Road, and they're moving to Raillet. That road that was fixed. Okay, very good. That's component 2 of the Liberia Road Assessment Management Project. That's only question. Now, so if you want to go further, I want to read everything here.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So the project was being funded by the International Development Association. Okay. So I guess just confirmed that you'll be here. Okay. So the project was being funded by the International Development Association, and it was being implemented by the Ministry of Public Works. So, like I stated, the project started in 2011. The starting date of this project was in 2011 on the 7th month on the 13th, which was July 13, 2011.
Okay.
It was during the administration of Madam Sirleaf. So it was when the project started. So the expiring date of the project should be 2024 June on the 30th, which was let's go June. Was because June that the project ended.
Okay.
So when that project ends, of course you have order will be conducted on the work.
Yes.
So that's how this order report that has been referenced now. And you understand?
Yeah.
So that's how this project, this order report on question was being referenced. So the period now, since the project came to an end on June 30th, 2024, there is a need that the audit report be conducted. So when the assessment, the audit was being conducted between July
1st, 2021 to December 31st,
2022 was when the GSC conducted that audit report. So that in the GSC audit report, we have already told you about this project. What is it about? The first phase was from Ryelet to Banga, from Banga to Ganta, and from Ganta to the Guinea corridor. Today, if you go down at the Madam Sirleaf government of course, delivered on that project.
Mhm.
Today, if you drive from here
Straight.
straight to Ganta, the road is paved, the corridor there is conducive, and it is welcoming for traveling.
Mhm.
So the second phase that the George Weah government inherited started from ESD Copper Road
So
and or let's just say EW Road
straight to
Red Light,
Coca-Cola factory.
Mhm. So in the mind of the project, the Liberia project, in the mind of this project, or in the mind of the craft of the project, we needed a corridor from EW Junction straight to Ganta.
Mhm.
If you want to see,
that's the road.
That's the road.
Yeah.
So
but Eddie did the first one from Red Light to for Coca-Cola factory to
Ganta.
Yeah.
To Ganta.
Yeah.
So George Weah needed to do the second one from EW now to
Coca-Cola factory,
which of course he did.
Yeah.
Let's admit on this radio, because today you see that corridor, that road, that Red Light corridor was being implemented under the George Weah administration.
Yeah.
Again, we sat on radio, we congratulated the government. We said, oh, thank you, Bio Medicine at the time.
Yeah.
We said, thank you, Bio Medicine, because that's how you were being referred. But now, later we know that the project that George Weah did, which of course we were hailing him for, is just a drop in the ocean. That money was being used to do even more than what has been done. Now, let's go to the report, Baka. I want to get this. I don't know if you have on your side already open.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's get to the report. Let's take it bit by bit.
Yeah, bit by bit.
Now, withholding taxes. So it says the infrastructure implementation. I want to get that part.
Yeah.
My internet.
It said the infrastructure implementation unit failed to deduct and remit withholding taxes amounting to 110 million. 138,028 cents. So a whipping amount of such are we talking about?
So folks, they were withholding taxes here.
Yeah.
That Baka just read. Contractors. Now Chico and Siko were the two contractors that have been hired to construct that road.
The road, yeah.
So it says they did not deduct and remit the withholding taxes. Now, if you ask yourself about withholding taxes in other countries, it's being termed as pay as you earn tax. It's a tax that, for instance, if you get contract from government, you're supposed to pay tax.
Yeah.
And so the taxes you pay.
So Chico and Siko were not paying taxes.
They're not paying the taxes.
Yeah.
Right.
And they needed to do.
So they needed to do so.
Yeah.
Right. So because, like, for instance, the withholding taxes or at times it's being taken, for those of you that I know that study, I'm saying accounting, economy, or what have you, it'll say it's called pay as you earn tax. It's that tax that's been deducted and is being provided to government. So Chico now and that of Siko had their contract already. They were operating because they were already confident to the Public Works Ministry. But then, because during the period of review of this audit, literally it was Ruko calling administration. Because when Mabutu Nipa, peace be unto artists have left, the scene, it was Roof Coco Collins that took over this project.
Yeah.
So Roof Coco Collins now, because the company Chico and Siko are already confident with her, so they felt that it was never a reason to remit the taxes to national government. So Baka, this report is telling us that the two companies, that the total amount they owe the Liberian government is $1,512,601.66. Wow. That the contractors Chico and Siko did not deduct and remit a damn taxes and duties.
Yeah, but you know what? Somebody was taking something from them.
So now it is with the company now to clarify as to whether
they were paying or not.
And we will do the due diligence by sending a formal information,
communication
to them.
Yeah,
that we need to know whether the audit report has said you as an international company,
you are not paying taxes,
meeting all of the standards and recognition internationally that satisfy the Liberian government interest to do business with you. Because this project now by the International Bank was being given to the Ministry of Public Works to implement. So Ministry of Public Works now put on the bidding process. You apply it and you go through the bidding and satisfy you. So the satisfaction of the ministry will be guaranteed on whether you meet all of the criteria, the standard, whether you are a taxpayer. You know, all of these things will have to be taken into consideration. So if Chico and Siko have already done that, and the Ministry of Public Works gave them the contract, Now, when you get a contract, because you brought your tax clearance, everything to show that you are in compliance with the LRA in terms of paying taxes. That's how government gave you the contract. So if you get government contract and you feel that you can pay tax again, then it warrants, it questions as well your operations. And this report was served on a part of the company that the government of Liberia now will question, or perhaps the administration of Joseph Barker will look in the faces of Chico and Seco and say, we can't do business with you. Until you until you made the money you owe the Liberian people, because Barker, if you pay tax to national government, it's like you owe your country. That's how it is with those concessions, with those companies. As well,
a whipping 1,512,000
1,512,000 owed the Liberian government. Because
the
only report now, they said they went to the Ministry of Public Works and they don't see any account of such. So it means that literally that the company owed. It is with the company now to come and say, no, we've been paying the money. No, we've been giving the money to LRA.
Or the Ministry of Finance.
That we've been giving the money to the Ministry of Finance. Or we've been giving the money to the public works or what have you, right? It is with the company now to clarify. Until the clarifications be made, Braga, we hold a kind of constant that Chico and Seco owed the Liberian people. If the ICA manner country Braga, if there's a need, our company will put to the operation until you pay the Liberian people money, you do it. Because that contract entered Braga, the contract is worth millions of dollars that they earned from the Liberian government. So how is it that you'll be earning millions of dollars from the government and to remit 1 million? The 1,500,000 is literally the two companies' taxes combined. So where you to divide is somewhere around 700,000, right? Ish. Literally 700,000 ish.
So why holding fast to our money for?
No, because they were confident with the public works ministry now. Rufo Goncalves were already in bed with them. So because if you don't have a ministry, a minister of public works in bed with concession companies, that thing can happen.
Absolutely.
It can happen. Western Closer today that misbehaving because years back, Western Closer already in bed. The last time you saw that over the last 5-6 years, when the last time you saw Western Closer payment was being suspended?
No.
When the last time you saw it?
No.
So it tells you that when the company is in bed with the ministry, obviously the company will do whatsoever
they want to do,
whatsoever they feel like. So Rufo Goncalves I already sold pride everything to Chico and Seco. So the Indians, the Lebanese, you want to talk about Chinese, because Chico is a Chinese company. So these Chinese were already confident. That's why when you listen, Chinese mega Musa these days in Liberia. Yes, it's obvious. So let's move on.
Let's move on. It said vendors withholding taxes. Vendors withholding taxes amounting to $47,950 $950.88 were also not deducted and remitted. You getting that?
I'm getting that.
Vendors withholding taxes.
Financial statement.
Financial statement. Vendors withholding taxes amounted to $47,950.88 were also not deducted and remitted. Financial statement disclosure.
This is a part that caught my attention, boy. Let's move on to it.
Financial statement disclosures. Unpaid claims totaling
the million took the million. Millions of dollars took the million. So unpaid claims totaling $6 million US. US $6,152,245.88. In Liberian dollar, $35,280,459 for routine maintenance services provided by Chico and Seco were not disclosed in the notes to the financial statements. Were not disclosed in the notes to the financial statement.
Can you better break down? Somebody want to know what I'm trying to say here.
What this means? $6 million. Now, part of the contract says that Chico and Seco, after you construct a road, you'll be responsible to provide routine maintenance. Routine maintenance in the simplest form means regularly.
You be checking
regularly you check the road to ensure that everywhere when there's a problem, and you make sure you fixed that problem on the road. Or maybe the finishing touches you want to talk about. Today you look at our red light, the red light EW corridor, you know that road not finished yet. Today you look at that place, you see the spaces in between, you see or the breaks in between. I don't know. I'm not an engineer, so I'm not familiar with the terms. So if you see the breaks in between, right, that all of the places needed to be covered up. The junior days as well. So that role literally has not been completed.
Yeah.
So Tico and Seco, the company now being hired, were to provide routine maintenance. So, like for instance, we go we contract perhaps Ego Electronic, right, or we contract XYZ company. So we say you will be upon chef and provide routine maintenance of our equipment.
Yeah.
So every 1 week or the end of every week, you can make sure that the microphone is functional.
Yeah.
You ensure that our desktop is working and is effective. The AC as well is also functional. That's your work. So this audit report, Federal Liberians, is telling you that the government of Liberia now said, Tico, you will be responsible also to provide routine maintenance on our roads. The roads is already fixed. Say now you fix the road, provide routine maintenance. So as we move along, the report says that the company said to the government that we able to do the thing. And so we will get the money. The money that the government gave for routine maintenance. We'll get it back.
Yeah.
So $6 million Liberian dollars. Oh, $6 million United States dollars. $6,152,000 United States dollars were given back for routine maintenance. So we'll get it back to the Ministry of Public Works. And $35 million Liberian dollars.
We'll get it back.
We'll get it back also
to the Liberian government.
To public works. Say you the implementer, will get your money back because we ought to do routine maintenance.
Yeah, you're gonna be.
But the other report said when they went to find out, they didn't find even a dime of a paper, a sheet of paper.
Yeah.
To that effect. To say, oh, the company gave all the money back for routine maintenance. We received the money. Here is it. But there are accounts that prove that the company gave the money back. But there is no financial documentation towards that effect.
Wow.
So smartly, what they did was that it is by the financial documentation that the government will use or will use in the competent course of jurisdiction, right, against you. That we get a document and say XYZ more pay. What the money?
Yeah, what the money? But
so smartly, Ruko Konkoli, what she did was that after the money was being paid in the covers of the ministry, she said, "Yeah, listen, we get no receipt, no documentation. You don't put it on the book, right?
Yeah,
because every ministry can do that financial audit at the end of every year or every fiscal year. The ministry will go through its financial audit and have it on file. That's why you have the auditor within the ministry, you have the human resource, and you have the financial officer. All of them work together.
Yeah,
and the audit is being conducted. So she, as a minister, that sat on top. Already, she was one of the darling girls in George Weah government because she was sitting over a lucrative position as well. Being a public works minister in a country like Liberia, where everyone except that road condition are already bad, so we live with it. Like how Liberia looking. So to be a public works minister sitting over such a lucrative job, you have to win the admiration, the confidence of the president. So Ruth Coca-Cola already had that confidence of George Weah. So already $6 million, $6 million. $35 million Liberian dollar will not be money that Ruth Coca-Cola won't just eat. Not possible.
It's not possible.
It's not possible.
Yeah, and the company said that they gave them back the money.
And the other reports confirming that the company paid the money. Very nice on the ministry.
Ruth Coca-Cola.
Because the ministry is supposed to provide documentation towards that effect.
But the auditors went and they said no document.
That's what I'm saying.
Because what document was going to be there, the auditor was going to say.
The audit report now. If the audit report, in my interpretation, if the audit report was said that US $6 million was to be paid, and then in that the company was supposed to pay the money, but no account yet to show that they pay. But the audit report is saying that the company provided $6 million US dollar and 35 million Liberian dollar to the government of Liberia. So that the company has been clear off the hook in this conversation.
Yeah.
Because our auditors have confirmed that the company paid. Listen to the first conversation.
Yeah, the first conversation. The first conversation, the company is responsible to pay our money.
Our taxes.
But this one here,
the people pay for routine.
The people pay the money, but we don't know where the money go. They know where the money go. The $6 million. $6 million US dollar. And 35 million Liberian dollar. So we get 35 million Liberian dollar, and then we get 6 million
US dollar.
And just go to that in team air. Nobody know what.
Who cares?
Who cares?
No one said a thing about it, Brokai.
Wow.
Imagine there's no documentation towards that effect. And we'll say we've seen someone say won't politics.
Yeah.
But these are the individuals now that will sit and say the president didn't get documentation.
Yeah.
The president didn't go through the Redford channel. There's no documentation towards that effect. But let's re-follow this.
Let's go down.
There are more accounts in this report. Now, on a financial stream, I'm saying
financial statement disclosure.
Okay. So we done with financial statement or documentation issues. It says the financial statement signed by the PFMU manager and the project coordinator. I'm still doing my investigation.
No, I mean you jump on something here.
A discrepancy.
You just jump
a
on
discrepancy of US $31,918
was observed
between the interim financial report and the financial statement for cumulative balances. So they were in simpler form. They were doing when the auditors went there to compare all of the statements.
Yeah.
So the financial report on the project and the financial statement of the balances. So the financial statement of balances that the project was for this amount.
Yeah.
So the financial statement will say, we'll finish with the whole project. This is where we stand. The financial statement balance of the project. And
how much we use,
how much we leave,
and all the other things.
The financial report over the overall, that is to say both the ministry and the company as well. The other report federal library will find a discrepancy of 31,900.
Meaning they can see we can see $31 million. Yeah. What somebody stole it. What happened to that money there? We can see it. So there's a discrepancy.
$31 million is
$31 million just going team air.
Oh yeah.
It just lost
31,000.
31,000. Okay, 31,000.
So smart what they did, their documentation issues in this report. So it said the financial statements that we're talking about at 31,000 is on.
Yeah.
Are signed by the PFMU manager, and I've been doing my research. I've done my research. Some folks in the ministry have reached out to give me the PFMU manager number or his name.
Yeah,
they say
somebody that listening to us, you know the person name. Please call the person name
because to do an investigation.
The PFMU manager, right?
Manager on this project.
Yeah,
on this Liberia Road Assessment Project. That's what we're talking about now. So it says that the documentation lacked specific dates of preparation in signing, contrary to cash-based requirement adopted by the government of Liberia. So the government of Liberia said, we'll give you the project. You the project manager, implementation, you the manager. So every time when there are financial transactions, but that thing is universally around the world. You can tell me you go do the documentation. So we get between this period to this period, we get Braka $50,000.
Yeah.
Then we can say, please get a record to know the date that Braka, the date that you as the PFMU manager signed.
Giving Baka
the 50,000. You say you give Baka the 50,000 in March.
Yeah.
Then we go see the document you bring to order. You sign that you give Baka money in June. Then people say, how you get money in March?
Then we see
in June to sign. So it means that you get the money in March. Then you take your own money from there.
Yeah.
Right then from there you face the whole thing. So you can sign. That's how the guys are operating. So for instance, if Baka was to receive 50,000, we'll make it 75,000. So say we make it 75,000, we can get Baka, that receipt, or we can put our money in the system right away. In terms of the documentation. So what we'll do, we'll allow a few time to pass. So in between that, we can find a strategy that the 25,000 we add as additional money can be accounted for. That's how the guys were proceeding. Baka gradually they were proceeding. But let's go. Let's move on. So it says that payment amounting to US 1 million. One good thing about the report. So million.
So million talking about. We'll come down to 1,000. It can be 30,000, 40,000.
So there's a payment amounting to US $1,462,559 for goods and services were made without adequate supporting documents.
Wow.
Questioning the independence, right, and the accuracy of these transactions. The accuracy of these transactions. Or guaranteed. How can we guarantee this?
Let me reread this one here. It said payment amounting to US $1,462,559 for goods and services were made without adequate supporting documents.
So that one I need to explain it to you again.
No. We need to explain it.
That was so 1,400,000 plus thousand. That was directed for goods and services under this project. Project was made, so it means that the money was there. They used the money, but there was no adequate documentation.
The all about it here,
in the minds of the auditor, they will be careful, so they use the jargon adequate documentation. But when we to simplify information, no document was an effect.
Yeah,
nothing about document called adequate.
Nothing there.
No document. But the auditors will be careful how to choose their words, because you got to do an audit report that meet international standard and not in a form where you think that you wish to take someone.
So
but the simpler form.
So no receipt.
So
they were buying cement from Simeco, no receipt. They buy anything they were buying, no receipt.
So how has it been done, Wakai? So since it's goods and services, this is how it was done, and I'm confirming to Liberians this morning. We have the project. So you sit there as the minister, and under the project we get goods and services.
Yeah,
we're supposed to procure. Maybe other equipment, right? Maybe we need to bring crush rack, for instance.
Crush rack, yeah.
So we need to bring crush rack. I'll call you, Baka. Maybe Baka's my brother. Most of them, that's how to do it. So you bring your brother.
But there should be a bidding process for that.
So you bring your brother. I'm telling you how they did it and how it should be done.
Okay.
So how they did it is why I'm explaining. So the minister said there, called maybe brother, call someone that she trusts. I mean, there's a project will get coming on. But the people need crush rack on the project. So I giving the contract to you. Just bring crush rack. Maybe the person can supply crush rack.
Yeah.
So you get it. So the minister not influencer. So if it is 500,000 allotted for crush rack, I mean the minister already gave the guy so get it into the man. So when they come tell you, my man, you sign. Then we can give you maybe a 4 portion of the money. Then you go. The minister has a share in that money. So literally a lot of them. Now in Georgia government, what they were doing, they were having their own companies.
Yes.
So the roof company as Popular Works Minister at the time would think that, would think allegedly now will form, will have her own company.
Yeah.
And there are accounts there's someone's confirming that she has her own construction company always. So like that, you will have the contract diverted to your company. So since it's a company, you don't want the ministry, the need for documentation is not a problem. On top of that, they were already confident that George will have continued.
Yeah.
So there is no need for the whole poor documentation stuff. So that's how it was. But how they should be done is that in terms of goods and services, they see public procurement law to
what are you using?
But under their government, about 1 million plus was being directed towards goods and services, and there was no public procurement process being done because there should be a bidding process put out that the ministry under this project need X, Y, and Z, and this is what it will cost. And companies in that light or individuals will apply it, and the company will go. The ministry will go through the vetting process and choose the bidder. the best person. The person with the
highest bidder.
The highest bidder, and the contract will be given to them. But the report is telling us when they went to go check Barkai, none of such was done. When they went to check Barkai, they didn't find not a single documentation toward that effect. Today, these are the individuals that muster the courage to still question the president in terms of bringing yellow machine in the country. You see how deceptive they are.
Yeah.
A few years ago, just months ago, you had government contract with you. That when the money was already there. They weren't talking about the yellow machine, all that, no money yet. But that when the money was already there, they say just pull a bidding process. They see PPCC law today that they're preaching.
Yeah.
And those past officials, George Weah, the PPCC, President Barker, they not go through the public procurement law. And that's a conversation they say out to you. Let's hold it constant. They say who preaches equity must come clean. How can you sit there and talk in our conversation? Today, the likes of Tomo Fala, the likes of Felix Afoko and other lawmakers at that house sit there and want to question the president in terms of public procurement law, which of course is good. But how can such an individual participate in our conversation now? When your government just a few years ago, when you had, when you are the hymn of power, you willfully ignored and disrespected those laws. Yeah. But today you have the courage to stay calm and talking about politics. That's what I said, that if we're having discussion, those who want to question the president in terms of public procurement should be man Noah in red market. I'm telling you. Those who are supposed to ask the president, Mr. President, why you go through the public procurement law should be the woman that inside town.
Not past government officials.
No, those of you that served in the previous government, neither even representatives or senators. Because those are individuals that lack the moral. And to question, but let's go further in the report.
So we to goods purchase amounting to $18,093 lacks supporting documents such as quotation and bid evaluation reports. So come back to operational efficiencies, right? Okay, it's a petty cash float. Replacement was delayed. Once again, petty cash float replacement was delayed and initiated when the cash balance rose above 90% instead of require 50%. What? No. So we should be paying 50%.
So like you said,
we should be doing petty cash should be 50%.
Yeah, petty cash, like,
it shouldn't be more than 50%.
Yeah. So let's for instance, at Ponce FM here we have we have maybe we say cash. We get 200,000 for petty cash, which means for operational. Maybe we need water in the office.
Yeah.
Maybe we need to
soap in the bathroom.
The kind of
stop.
So to do that, some money. So the government library say that if you have a project of such, you have petty cash. When you now spend 50% of that money, there should be documentation towards that effect. So by the time you reach 50%, you now spend that money. You should account for all what you use.
Yeah.
All what you purchase or how you use the money. But it's telling us that there was no account for the money until when the money was already 90% completed. So it means that when the money already eat the money, reach 90% at the time before they start providing document. They say, last week we sent John Brown to go buy water. Last week we do this, we do that. So, Baka, if you were to count all of the millions in this report, folks, if we were to count all of the millions in this report, what can we confirm to you this morning is that the millions in the report could pay about 15 to 20% of President Baka yellow machine money. But we finish, yo. No, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
We go ahead. Let me do my calculation.
Yeah,
I want to get this.
So we come to, they said 2 Ds for land bought by the contractors were not available for inspection during the audit. So they said the contractors bought land. They bought 2 land.
Administration phone.
Yeah.
Calculate someday. Yeah. I want to know.
You want to know?
I want to know.
You want to break it down in money? So the 2 Ds for land bought by contractors were not available for inspection during the audit. So they should have bought 2 land. I don't know what are they using that land there for. What are they using it for? Construction site? For roads, I think a construction site for roads.
Because you go on the side,
they have to be having road where it means a place where you can put all the crushed rock, the cement, and keep other things. They said they bought 2 land, but the report is saying here that the deeds for those land, we can't find it. We can't find a deed for that land. There. All that 2 land, what they say they bought. How much they bought that land? No, we know the amount they bought the land for. But you don't see the amount you want to know. So that's that. Yeah. But you don't see the deed for the land, and then you know how much you spend for the land.
Go ahead. I'm doing my calculation here. I want to know.
So it's an infrastructure and maintenance concern. The project manager's office and came in Wiala, Magibi County, and Panama in Bon County were found to be poorly maintained and abandoned.
Just by all the million.
All the million that we spend. The Chico, the Sico, whatsoever thing. They are saying here the project manager office. And they came in Wiala and Wiala Magibi County and Palala Bon County were found to be poorly maintained and abandoned. So when they say the building came for that road, and when they were constructing the road from red light, from Coca-Cola factory to Banga, all the way to Ganta. So they had 2 project management office that they said were constructing. But when the auditors went to see the project management area there, the site was poorly managed, and then it was abandoned. It was abandoned, meaning the bush now take over the grass now, all the places there. It was abandoned and poorly managed by the contractors and the government of Liberia. That's what the auditors are saying here, my people. So this is damaging. When you think that this is damaging, let's wait for the one that will come from MCC and other places. This is just the Ministry of Public Works. Just yesterday, the first hearing from the Ministry of Public Works. There's a report we are telling you about.
So, Bakai,
yeah,
I've done my calculation, right? All of the financial discrepancies in this report has been outlined. If you calculate all of those amounts, it amount to over 12 million. Over 12 million United dollars. So over 12 million United dollars, the government library said the total money for yellow machine. And if we were to, it's 80,000, is 80 million. So literally we are paid just from one ministry, the money the million store. When the president ought to get our money back, we can pay 15% of our yellow machine money.
Wow.
Because 12 million of 80 million, 12 million of 80 million is 15%. So it's 15%. So we just from the Ministry of Public Works. And now all the project here, I get the Liberia and get this thing straight. Now all of the project the ministry is superseding. This project is just specific to the Liberia Road Assessment Management Project.
But I just one road, but I just the road from here to Banga.
We take the one.
We take the one there. I want it. Nah. We reached that one area yet. That's just one road talking about here.
Papakai
for years from EW Junction straight to Ganta, Guinea border, like the road we're talking about here. That's just a year.
12 million loss on the road. 12 million loss. Definitely had to go Ganta, 12 million loss. But man, imagine building the road for it happen.
I tell you,
when a minute going to build a big road for it happen, I think
that 55 million going to lose.
Because definitely, they will go Ganta, I'll make 12 million loss.
What? Damn.
So listen, we said this to inform me Liberia. So when we get fair too much, I will put this smoke for anything.
Yeah, we'll put this smoke
because we know, I know the place is sitting here right now. I understand you how you feel. Listen, all of that you're doing, say pyro medicine, this road medicine, or that road medicine. Not many institutions will be able to explain this report the way to do it. They will just read it to you in bulk.
Yeah.
Because when we read it to you in bulk, you will not understand. But last night we took our time to digest it down for you. So 12 million, the president said bringing 285 pieces of yellow machine worth 80 million. Well, we to take 12 million from there at 15%. So just on the Ministry of Public, we're on a one project, we get 15% of the money already.
Just one project.
So we'll go to five government ministry agencies can pay for that yellow machine. You all are talking say, oh, we get money for that thing here. Well, we may individuals to account for what is stored from this country. We can pay for that yellow machine with our own money.
Yeah.
We can cancel that gentleman agreement and pay for that yellow machine with our own money. Who tell you money not here to do that?
Money here.
Over the last 5 years, the money is in this country. But it takes the will of the government. That's why now I understand when Liberians were agitating for audit. Now I understand when Liberians cried and said we want the government to be audited. You know why? Because the people, those civil servants that work in the ministry agency, understand, they know the thing. But they didn't have the voice to talk. They were not able to say anything. So you read the report, it tells you NASCOP money that NASCOP money deducted from the salary or staff was not remitted to NASCOP.
Yeah.
Now our government have a system that since we work in government, every month we take $10 for your salary.
Take 15 after
15
$20. All depends on the
money you're making. Yeah. That money going to the government will save that money for you. So that when you reach the age of retirement, when you retire, then every month you can work and go there, we'll give you small money.
Yeah. Because
we want you to be like benefit on the country.
Yeah.
That you work in government, so you retire, you get nothing doing, then in the morning be begging your friend. So we bring a system called NASCOP. NASCOP works with every government ministry agency. And even so that we more end, when I turn it out, you go put it there. Every month, turn it out, you go put it small. So for some of you that work 30, 40 years in government, if you put in that 20, when more the day you retired,
you cannot be sending your money coming to you.
So even those that work in the international setting, at times you can listen and say, oh, the man, You know, they may not working again, but every morning you get paid. Nobody you will not be working, someone pay you. That one allow. But how it's being done, that money you were saving the time you were working, that money that has been used. But this report is telling all of the money during the time, all of the employees, those that work on that project, their money have been taken, every month taken from a salary. But when they ask NASCOP said no, the account get probably when I say or down. All the money are taken from people probably when I say father
probably when I say
so do ever but say no, that is report here can't look at it. So they want to check in the public ministry account there or whatever.
Nothing there. You know how many employees to probably what? So then when you tell the people you're taking the poor money for them. Even if it's 600, you take it 20. Let's just say 600, you take it $25 every month.
So okay, come to think of it, that you have those appearances. Well, you as a minister, for instance, making say $7,000, you get one layman there in the ministry making $400. That $400 may make every more government $25 or $30 for NASCOP benefit. $35, $30. Then you praise again that mentality how you taking. You're not even putting the account so that the day. What if something happens to him? What if that man retires?
Okay, that just say the least person, the least person will be taking $25 from each person there. Okay, that just say $25 across the board. Yeah, you know, every month we'll be sending to NASCOP. They should be sending there $15,000
every month.
Every month, like at the rate of 600 persons now working to the entire ministry. That just say 600 persons working there. So you'll be taking $15,000 every month. Where that money was going, it was going in somebody on the pocket. Because NASCO said, no, we're not getting money. They bring in no money. They're not sending money to us. So who are taking the people money now? The employees. You are just taking money from the people on the people's salary and not remitting it to the National Social Security and Welfare Corporation. So tomorrow, when the people, when they get owner or they leave their job, when they're not getting their money, it becomes a problem for the government. But I tell you, it will not be Joe Biden. It will not be Joe Biden. Will be there, or not be. But the next president that will be there will be the one feeding the pinch, because they will be there and they say, as soon as the time when I'm working with the Ministry of Public Works, I was paying. They were taking so amount from my money, and I need that money there. That's the time you see people protesting, forgetting to know that those guys that were at the Ministry of Public Works, they were not remitting the money to the National Social Security. And folks, this is what we're talking about. This is just the beginning of the revelations that will be coming from the auditing, the General Auditing Commission. They're just the Ministry of Public Works, and we are just talking about just one role. Just one role we are talking about here. The road from EAW Junction to Ganta. That's just the road we're talking about. The amounts close to 12 or $13 million loss. It's just going thin air. We can't get our money there. We not pay all over. We can't get it. Chico and Siko only all money. They can't pay it. What are they paying to folks at the Ministry of Public Works? We just don't know about it. Like we said, they're just a Ministry of Public Works. Now we'll move from Ministry of Public Works. The next place we're going to MCC. MCC that are responsible to collect debts, garbage. You know what will happen there? You know what the news that will come from there? You know that what? Oh, fellow Liberians. So this is where we'll stop when it comes to the audit report. You have listened to us. We break it down for you now, yeah. Those that are listening to us, we have break it down for you to understand what happening at the Ministry of Public Works and what happened yesterday from the joint committee on the public account, right? Yeah. So, folks, what transition? So I don't know, because when we are at this other one there,
we transition.
We transition, then we take course.
Yeah.
So yesterday again, folks, we've been talking about the issue about the road corridor. We told people that the road from here to Grand Jide County, the road is now in pliable condition. You can leave from here, you reach Nimba County. From Nimba County, you go to Grand Jide, just in a daytime. Some folks thought that propaganda was running. Oh, you're lying. It's still there. They show you old pictures. About the road condition. But yesterday, a lawmaker from the Coalition for Democratic Change, in person of Zoe Emmanuel Peno. I know what I made yesterday, but the man say it's good for me to confess. Let's confess to the Liberian people that I want to appreciate Joe Boakai and the government. No, we will not say it. Now we hear from the horse's mouth. We'll play the recording. You will listen to what the CDC lawmaker in person of Zoe Emmanuel Peno said about the road condition from here to his county, Grand Gila County. So this is Zoe Emmanuel Peno. Listen to him.
Go and do your own research. You don't need visa to go in the southeast or to go to Grand Gila. Years back, this time around July, today being July 17, in Liberia, rain season, to just cover Grand Gila, you need weeks in a month to reach the Monrovia, or to even go to get a Nimba Ganta, Newry County, to Grand Gila, to get to River G. It was not easy. But we are so grateful to this government. We will take this time to extend our thanks and appreciation to His Excellency President Joseph Yima Boakai Sr. for the kind of hard work, the kind of concern that he showed the great people of Grand Gila County. Today, a son or daughter or father or mother can drive a Grand Gila in commercial car and dress in your white suit, and you reach to Monrovia in 6 to 7 hours in commercial car. If you have a private car, I tell you, it takes about 6 hours to 6.5 hours to be in Grand Gila. Any part of Grand Gila you want to go, more especially is Red Road, the county capital. The last time when I asked my oldest brother to go and visit our relatives in Africa, I gave him 2 of my cars, and he took from my house to Avoran border, Town border, from Monrovia straight there. It took him 4 hours 45 minutes. I was in June, rain season, and now today being the 17th of July, as we speak, the road still remains the same, the maintenance. I don't understand what kind of matter. The Minister of Public Works and Deputy Minister for Technical Services, Praise D. Tama, put into place that the people in Grand Gila County, today, they can drive from Grand Gila to Monrovia. They can drive from Zwedru straight to Monrovia. They can drive from Zwedru straight to Yekepa, Sanikori, River G. So we are grateful to this government. And being the people's senator, we should speak the fact, we should speak the truth. And I'm a traditional person. I grow in the interior, and now our crop will get a parable. If you did something for me or for any of my relatives, telling you thank you, that will motivate you more to do another thing for another family person, another friend. So when the government is doing this, we've been suffering for years. For years. Road been our impediment in the southeast, more especially we that from Grand Gila County. Today, a car can leave from Monrovia now after 2. I can give you one of my cars and go to Grand Gila now. By 7 p.m., you'll be able to call to say I'm back. 5 to 6 years, 7 years ago, that never happened. Just for example, to tell you about the road condition, you know, roads bring development. When there's no better road, the business people take advantage of our citizens, because you will not buy a frozen food from Ganta, from Monrovia to Zwedru, and spend 2 to 3 days in a month. And definitely the marketeers, they are losing. Those are in the frozen food business. The chicken feed and the fish, and you need them. But today, the marketeers in Grand Gila, in Zwedru, in Totan, in Tuzo, in Zaista, in Janzo, in Putu Jaundi, they are happy today that the market can reach the market ground on time. The frozen food can reach the market on time. The consumer, they are very happy with the situation today with our road, because the consumer, those days, the erratic food the people of Grand County, I can say the southeastern region. But for the past 6 months, the method that the Deputy Minister for Technical Services and Public Works, Minister Tama, a President or Deputy Assistant Minister, all the people that they put in place from Public Works, including the Minister himself and the President. During the elections, when the President spoke about there will be no bar road under administration the first 100 days, we talking about fun. We are from the opposition. We talk about fun. We feel our campaign speech. But today, we are seeing a reality 6 months ago. From 2023 back, racism, back of rights, that caused less than 3,000 in Morovia, in Grand July, kind of time in July, today being July 17, you talk about $8,000 to $9,000. Back of rights. Today, as we speak, call anybody in Grand July. Back of rights is still remain 3,800, and in Morovia is 3,000 a change, 3,005, I guess so. But in Grand July, now in July 2024, that got price drop from 10,000 in racism now to 3,800. $300 Liberian different from Morovia and people in Grand July. So the government need to be appreciated. When it comes to gasoline, this time, July, in Grand July, I'm not talking about the entire southeastern region, because we are politicians. Other people want to play politics with it. So I'm not speaking about the southeast. I'm speaking about Grand July County, where my people are benefiting for the past 4 to 5 months to reach to July 17 today. This thing need to be gasoline in July from 2023 back in racism. Gasoline to about $3,000 for a gallon. Today is $900 commercial capital. Ganta. From Zwedo to Ganta, it used to be 10,000 to 12,000 on motorbike. Today, July 17, 2024, has dropped significantly to 3,000 on motorbike because the maintenance of the road. So the government need to be appreciated. So I'm taking this time to also appreciate my colleagues, most especially the pro tem of the Liberia State, Senator Lawrence, and on Public Works, Chair for pro tem about the chair and the co-chair, Abby Melvin Snow. And all of us are on our committee. I want to say thank you to all of you that make it possible today, at least push the executive, push the public works ministry. And today, the people of Grand Julia County, we can come from Zedru, we can come from Tuzo, we can come from Barbertown, we can come from Putu Jaundi to reach Morovia the same day. We the people of Grand Julia County, we are so grateful to this government. And this is not the first time of the government. Former President Joseph Salim, during our administration, honored the United Party-led government, honored former President Johnson, were able to get community college. We're 3 that established new community colleges. We told our young people.
Okay, so Harris, this is coming from a lawmaker from the Coalition for Democratic Change, the CDC. And my takeaway before you come in, Harris. This is my takeaway, and he's being real though, and it's good for somebody to realize that efforts are being made, and he do appreciate the government. According to him, for the past 6 years, what he as a lawmaker experiencing on a road, on a Grand Julia road, he haven't experienced it for a very long time. And he want to appreciate the government. He want to acknowledge that the government have done well, and it shouldn't be politicized, because for him and his people in Grand Julia County, they are benefiting immensely. According to him, he gave his car to his brother, and it took his brother 4 hours, 45 minutes You go from a house in Matari straight to Grand Junior County. So you must know that that's an SUV we're talking about. We're talking about an SUV. And what he said again, gasoline, the price of gasoline is lower. Like the way it used to be. The price of rice price used to be sometimes 9,000, sometimes 8,000, 7,000, but now today it is 3,800 or 3,900 because it's here in Mosrado 3,000 or 200, 3,000. So it's just a little change in between because of the road corridor between here and Grand Junior County. And when I see people politicizing or other people criticizing the man, or why you have to say because you're a CDC lawmaker, you shouldn't be saying the yellow machine and not can you. The man is making a revelation. Imagine, Harris, if the yellow machines are deployed on the various roads in the country, what becomes of the roads? It will be like a knock sound.
Mm-hmm.
And we appreciate him for coming up. Other people are still seeing this being seen it from the lenses of politics. And there's never politics. Development can be mixed up with politics because development is glaring. It's glaring. It's physical. You can see it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why he's acknowledging that, this government have done well, and we need to appreciate the government for that. So, folks, let's forget about political party. Let's forget about where he's coming from. Let's forget about what he's saying. Let's look at the reality. Let's look at the reality. The man is clear. The man is saying, "These are my people. I'm representing my people." And the man even said that his people told him that if there's anything about a yellow machine coming in the country, he should vote in favor of it because they want to benefit. He will vote in favor of the coming in of the yellow machine, no matter what it is, because he wants the road to be pliable. He wants to wear a white shirt from here to Grand Junior without any molesting beyond. You can use your passport. He's making a revelation. But some people are still there politicizing and making things look like, this, that. No, let's stop politicizing development. If it is done, acknowledge it, and let's move on. Harris, you want to come in before go to the phone lines?
Wakai, if you were me, I would just say let's go to the phone lines because I don't think I have anything to say towards that again. Because imagine if you have Zopeno. Wakai, I'm going to be very frank on this radio. I've been one person I've never admired politics on Zopeno.
Mm-hmm.
I've been one person that I've never admired. The Zopeno politicking at all, because this is an individual. You see him. He's not melting national conversation. When there are national conversation back away, you have other lawmakers. The last time I checked over the last 3-4 years, I've not seen his open or even kind of radio. Okay, to talk to his people. So at that level, his conversation has never been, his kind of politics has never suited me. Because as a lawmaker, you answerable to the people. There are times we have requested to bring Zopeno, kind of talk. What happened? And he was saying, my man, you're seeing it in it. And be cool. Throughout his government, to the time his George Weah. Mm-hmm. George Weah, president in this country. So at that level, Baka, to listen to Zopeno, Baka, to listen to Zopeno at this level now, it surprised me a lot. It shows that, like you said, development is not something you can hide.
No.
People are appreciated when they do what is right.
Mm-hmm. This
is beyond politics. Listen, a lot of institutions, a lot of politicians in our country, they say, we did not ask, we are coming on the airport, I want to brought AFL. How does that equip to the conversation now we're having when you have senators that should be questioning the government in terms of development, that pressing the government?
Mm-hmm.
When you have senators that should be bringing the government feet to the fire to ensure that government is done, to ensure that development It's been carried out, Buckeye. And the ones are saying, Mr. President, thank you for what you have done. Then you sit there and say, we should not talk about that. We should come melt into the everyday politicking. That one man will sit there and say, we condemn. The next man say, we condemn. They tell you that a conversation will bring it. No. No, that's not it. We want to have a conversation that Liberians will see themselves in.
Yeah.
Today, when we talk about road condition, the man there that is now from Grand Gila feels the impact of the road in Grand Gila.
Yeah.
A man there that is now, for instance, today we talk about road condition. Folks here in Monrovia that have no association with Grand Gila County feel the impact, the adverse conditions of the road there. Because you know why? When the road is deplorable as well, we here in Monrovia suffers it. At times, I mean, you feel that when we talk about road and say maybe that people in the Southeast the road affected, the people in Southeast have what it takes to contribute to your livelihood here in Monrovia. But the problem is because of the road, so there is no flow of movement. The people in Southeast is depending on you, for those of us in Monrovia, to reach out to them. We in Monrovia as well depending on them to reach out to us. So we take the money to them, they bring the goods to us. That's how we operate. But because of the road condition, why you think today everyone wants to go to Nima?
Yeah.
Why
Because of the development.
And Nima.
Yeah.
So they tell you that Nima could be better than what the people of Grand Gila could offer. No, that's not it. Why you think today people want to drive quickly to Grand Paso? Why you think on weekends people want to go Grand Paso and come back? But nothing satisfied me like yesterday when I listened to Zopen said, today is rain season. We're in rain season. We're in a rainy season. And it's after, it's July 17th. But you can drive from here to Grand Gila County in 6 hours. And he said it's 2 o'clock. If were you to leave from Monrovia, at this time you'll read by 7 o'clock in Grand Gila. This is Grand Gila we're talking about. I don't think it's Magibi. This is Grand Gila County we're talking about.
We're not talking about Grand Bazaar.
And Zopeno is confirming to you. So, Baka, if the people's representative, who should be the mouthpiece of the people, should bring the people conditions on the floor for discussion, can commend the president for what he has done. We am now to continue the conversation, Baka.
I'm telling you.
Because we as journalists sit here, when the people's voice need to be amplified, we amplify the people's voice to the lawmakers to tell the president. And so you see, listen, we media institutions, right up our media practitioners. So, for instance, the people in Grand Gila needed road condition. Needed that roads to be conditioned. Over the last 6 years of Georgia administration, they cried for that roads to be conditioned. So what we did was that we sit on radio, take the conversation to the legislature. Then the legislature take it to the president. Because we can't send a rush to the president. Because we run to the president will say, okay, I want build roads, so I go back to your lawmaker, say we shouldn't bring yellow machine. You go by and go ask them. So we will start the chamber, we take the conversation of the people, the lawmakers take it and carry it to the executive. But now, the lawmaker already taking the president message, the people conversation, what the people are saying to the president already. So they want to have interaction. So Buckeye Senator Zopeno yesterday confirmed that this is winter season where you can wear a white suit. And let us confirm to you, Liberians, we have a pending trip. Perhaps for this weekend, if everything goes on.
Or next weekend.
Perhaps this will be told we brother can go on so this weekend, if everything works, or perhaps in May week, we will be there. And I think that Zopeno said, isn't that where Xiaomi?
Yeah, you were where
Xiaomi where Buckeye. The day we're leaving from here to go Grand Gila. That where shall where? I'm saying this as a commitment. And that where shall be on me, Buckeye. Or I want to wear my west from Monrovia. Or reach Sunny Kode. They are wearing my west here. They'll get on the motorboat. Buckeye, when we drive,
let's go to the full
I'm telling you something serious. I'm telling you something because we are also P. Madure on Maryland County. We brought P. Madure from CDC. P. Madure from CDC. The last time I brought the show, he said immense work is being done. So by the time the president 100 day concludes, we'll see work enough. Immense work being done on our road. It was P. Madure, but then we're in the first more president Buckeye administration. After now, You have independent journalists who are not going confirmed. You all say no. Then we have Zopenona, the senator of the country is confirming. This morning we'll have Honorable Jacob DB here as well.
Yeah.
As well, we'll ask him also to tell about the road condition. So when we finish all I want, say you believe in us. We Punch FM, you believe in us.
We'll go there and go bring it real picture and video everything.
We're going to end the debate.
Yeah.
Right? We're going to end the debate.
Then
Once we get there,
we'll be done with the whole road.
road building now from the surface.
You're not talking about anything.
About road building.
All right, so folks, good morning, wherever you are. If you just joining us, welcome. You are listening to Punch FM 106.7, and it's the Punch Breakfast Show. It comes your way Monday to Friday with me, Buaka Kamara, along with Harris Betty. So it's now time for you to place in your calls on 077 for the men 0778 665 699. For men 0778 665 699 or 0880 561 644. 0880 561 644. The women can call on 0776 549122. The women can call on 0776 549122. We'll take 1 minute per caller on this and then don't forget about the other report that we read to you here this morning. Good morning, welcome.
Mr. Kamara, good morning. Brother Harris, good morning there also. This is Sigajibo Chenika.
Welcome.
Legal advisor to the Senator, Senator John B. Kanga Lawrence, Senate Proctor, and a call from Damasville. You know, as Harris stated, look, Waka, you clearly said it too, that the truth cannot be hidden in terms of development. And they were trying to suppress it from under the Sycamore tree. They were posting old photos. So since you posted old photos now, unknowingly, or journalists went there to say, no, I want to authenticate what is going on. And Kevin Demi and this and said the roads are bad, so I cannot reach to you. But let me tell you, for Grand Gide to get to Rewanji, it's about 2 hours drive. But sometimes I sleep the road to get to Grand Gide. Today, you can take the and then when the people are realizing they are on their farms and they are saying now, we are Lord will you. That's a message. And that is why you see the brother for the Sakamoto are fighting, because they are noticed that they will lose vote in the southeast specifically. You think they're supposed to pay? That is why they want to fight it, but they cannot fight the truth, as you were saying. Okay, so this is where we are, my brother. I appreciate you. You keep doing your work, man. Thank you for the show.
Thank you so much, Sekachipo. Let's take somebody else from this line here quickly. Good morning, welcome.
Good morning, Buaka.
Yes, sir. Your name is joining us from 1 minute per caller.
My name is Wagorobian. I call from my Jacobstown resident.
Wagorobian, why? What's up, my brother?
Yeah, I'm cool. You see, Buaka, we will not give listening ears to those that want to politicize everything in the name of coming back to power. It is not Honorable Penal alone that have said this thing. Even I listened to an interview on OKFN the last time. Motorcyclists were confirming that now you can leave from Ganta to go a Grand Gide in less than 5 hours time. Before it was not like that. Because then you see people using African route to go in the southeast here, doing the campaign period. It happened. So the reality is on the ground. President Parker is working day and night. He's not resting. So people shouldn't come and politicize everything here. So I want to appreciate the president for his hard work and let him continue to do what he's doing for the Liberian people. And history will be the judge.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Wagorobian 0778665699 for men. 07. Let's take somebody from the ladies line. Good morning. Welcome. Good morning.
Good morning. Yeah, this is Ashley Kennedy calling from Depot Road.
Welcome, Ashley.
Okay, thank you. You know, I want to say thank you to you guys in studio this morning. Firstly, James Dovo once said in one of his music, the late James Dovo, he said, what all you can overlook, There where the grey pot can come from. You know, there's a fish called grey pot,
Which
a
has
big fish,
which
good
has
fish.
soon like a
Yes.
copyrighted morning to play it.
Yes. And you see one thing, I pity the seditions condition because most of them are passing around boasting, making big mouth. When you even go to some of their houses, so a full food is high on a daily basis. And once you renting, you can maintain the pricing horse you are renting from. You get your own horse, you will not maintain it. The how the past 6 years were looking. For those that are condemning yellow machine, I just stated their condition was Zopino is one of the brilliant lawmakers in this country. All the people blah 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 they can do it around. You can hear him saying so?
No.
Because there may no development. There is no development that comes easy. So let the people passing around making their mouth.
All right.
So preparing yourself for 2029. Then you will know.
All right. Thank you so much for calling in. Let me take this other person here quickly. Good morning. Welcome.
Good morning. This is Johnny Montgomery calling from Cinco.
Welcome, Johnny.
Okay. Well, got this morning, Honorable Sopin has given me breakfast this morning. Yes. You know, we the politicians, we are beautiful liars for listening to opposition telling you that people want the yellow machine. Listen to the opposition telling you that you can drive from Monrovia in your white shirt to reach that country. I got breakfast this morning. I'm okay. And the second thing, go to the AFL. So I hear people talking about AFL to the airport. Take a car this morning, go down Hudson Bank. You'll see AFL there. Take a car this morning and drive to LEC. You'll see AFL there. So if AFL is at the airport, then people making noise. Let the minute come on, man. Why they got AFL to LEC? They send the AFL to LEC. It was doing their time. What the AFL to Hudson Bank? They send the AFL there. It was doing their time. Why are they crying for?
Okay.
The chief was saying, no, what you know say?
All right. Thank you so much. 1 minute per quarter this morning. We have a very long line this morning on the show. Let's take this person. Good morning. Welcome.
Good morning, my brother Buaka, and good morning, your brother over in studio. My name is Josiah Sumo calling from the Conwatan Peace Island, Commonwealth 540.
Josiah, 1 minute, 1 minute. I beg you.
Yeah, quickly, my brother. No, they my president will have no regret of taking the largest for the challenges and what have you, the threatening. Like that when it looks a corner to bring you to power. No, I'm proud. But you know what making me happy? When Kevin come on, what I tell you, you say that lie.
No.
It's Zoe Emmanuel Pelham, who happened to be one of the longest serving representatives of the people of Gambia County, telling you today that you can wear a white suit, you ride on Gambia Road, you go within 6 hours, within 5 hours. My brother, that is just done. And independent journalists have gone there and brought the independent reports. People say living down. Let me say this. It is a right of opposition to criticize. Ambassador Boga said, you're not listening to our critics and tell the woman for them where we are because they are all Liberian.
Oh, sorry. You let's take this person on the line. Good morning. Welcome.
Boga, good morning. This is Peter Fabla.
Welcome. Welcome, Mr. Fabla.
Yeah, thank you, Chief. Myself, work for Benicio Health. I just came from the Southeast, bro.
Okay.
Like 4 years ago, when we were going to that, we would take 2-3 days to go. Pele Village, I slept there 2 nights. But you pass to Pele Village before 2 hours, you can't even know. So the Papa told the people that he coming to rescue the country. CDC will cry, block out from their that yellow machine will come, it will be helpful to our people. We're not just Marana, just Liberia. We would tell the Papa thank you. And he told us that he's not going to run his government on social media. So people will talk for Boaka. Let him continue a good work. We will support him. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Vapla, for calling in. Let's take somebody from this other line here quickly. Good morning. Welcome.
Yeah, morning.
Yeah. Your name where joining us from?
Yeah, my name is Linda, calling from Johnsonville.
Welcome, Linda.
Yeah. Your money, the money. They wrote the man that says sedition from grandchildren are speaking. We got Google sedition. They can see the reality, they talk on the reality. But the reaction when they see where they say that black. When you say reaction again, don't say they can't understand all they stupid. Yeah, reaction they get one way of thinking. But the real sedition when they see the real thing, they were talking. The men are made of mistake. The men partner in any sedition because you see the reality here in talking it. So then I do the talking, we will do the work. While the talking will be there, so will be doing the work. So that the papa read that what he say, that what the papa doing, that the real talk and do that the real barrel that thought day.
Okay.
Now we barrel medicine, because medicine putting in water is spoil. That real barrel medicine that thought day.
All right, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Let's take this other person. Good morning, welcome.
Yeah, good morning, Boga.
Yeah.
Good morning to Harry, and good morning to the Liberian people. Boga, I join you from District 2, Montreal County. Specifically, I'm a Gashing community.
I mean, your lawmaker will be here tomorrow. Segu Kone will be here tomorrow.
No problem. I'll monitor it. Boga, as the saying goes, if you go in the market, you can, when you buy the noise, you don't buy what you should buy. So we are not giving credence to reaction. We will do what will please the Liberian people. We there for the masses. Our promise to the Liberian people is rule. And we'll make sure we connect the entire rules in Liberia. Thank you for this morning.
All right, thanks so much. Let's take this other person here quickly. Good morning, welcome.
Yeah, good morning.
Yeah, your name is joining us from.
Yeah, my name is Emmanuel, and I joined the conversation from the community Kingsville.
Welcome, Email.
Yeah, on one issue that we all want this yellow machine, I think we should do the right thing. Anything that is not done properly is not done at all. We don't want to circumvent our laws because we want yellow machines. So at the end of the day, many people will government officials will pocket money at the expense or at the detriment of the people in Liberia. Then tomorrow we say, oh yeah, because we want that yellow machine, so that the reason we reach the people. The country have pleaded enough. Oh man, brother, have come to rescue her, and he should rescue her within good faith, so that tomorrow when he's leaving, the mark will be on the wall. It will be well written in bold letter. Yes, the old man did it. But now at the end of the day, other people will be running down there with other reports and other things. Why it's done? Now it's not done properly, it's not done at all. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Let's take this other person. Good morning, welcome.
Hello. Good morning, my brother Boga. Thank you so much this morning for the topic on our discussion. I'm Kokwesi Kwekwe from Johnsonville, District 2.
Okay. Welcome, sir.
All right. The caller that just left the phone, I just sorry that you don't understand the rhythm. Yeah, you don't know really. Yeah.
No, but we have to respect them for that view now. So
yeah, I mean, respecting somebody's view are different thing. Listening to them, getting the understanding. The thing is that is glaring. It's not secret. My brother, the destructive criticism can be Liberia. The Palestinian can be Liberia. Liberia. My man, just imagine 177 state square one. Just imagine that. So I want to connect the city to the interior. That is a bad thing talking about machine monarchy and this and that. What you mean? What are you talking about? You think that magic, the woman playing and negotiating. The things can happen everywhere in the world. The Americans say poke help there. Why Russia will ask China for weapon and they know they can pay weapon. So the thing is, let's pray that the women get strength and more out there to develop this country. I saw some part from Liberia to sit on Facebook showing rule. Barrow medicine flew over Grandier. Barrow medicine told Backpack to go Africa and come back Grandier from campaign. Barrow medicine sat down here. Everything messed up. Today, you're saying Barrow medicine. I'm sorry for the guy. Your caller said we are saying all of free thing. That makes sense, man. Let Labra move forward. Look at the audit report. Look at the disgrace. Look at the audit report. People play with people money in the country there like a personal money.
I'm telling you, you listen to all reading it, breaking it down.
Yeah, that breakdown really shocked me the morning.
Okay.
Yeah, harmonization. What you call harmonization? To take people money and scorner a big mansion all around here. Man, like people, yeah, man, these guys are failure. They will come back. They'll come back like a property.
All right, thank you so much. Let's be respectful in the process. Let's take this person. Good morning, welcome.
Yeah, good morning, brother.
Yes, sir. Your name is joining us from.
Brother, this is Fabian Do from FEC. Brother, let me say thank you for the discussion. Brother, it was on Sunday. The issue I had to do it and shocked me.
There's where to SKP Boulevard there. The guy had total gas on 9 o'clock. There's a road bridge on the level every get hot sample. But in Keke Javana road, get to know that road is very, very bad, and people who have some bad road medicine here. So I was thinking after whether the medicine not so. So we want to say thank you to Honorable Spoken for a revelation. We say bravo. This is why we stood on the ground. They really beat us on the 17th of September to go to 8 years of Ambassador Braga. So we have no regret now. Nobody apologizes for voting for Ambassador Braga.
All right. Thanks so much for calling in. Let's take this other person. Good morning. Welcome.
Good morning, gentlemen. How good morning?
Doing fine. Elagbo.
Thank you, sir. It's Elagbo here. Braga, it was last night that I listened to Honorable Peno. And it's like tears came down, my cheek. The thing is, opposition, being in the opposition or being an opposition doesn't mean that you should criticize everything. What is good, point it out and say it. That's how people, are respected. For me, that's why I respect people back. And to the other report, when we are telling people that these guys, they damage this country and pillage this country to satisfy their individual pockets, people think it is out of hate. It's not out of hate. The thing is glaring. Look at the kind of other report you're reading this morning. And I know by the time they get to other ministries and agencies, things will go haywire. Thank you.
Okay. Thanks so much, Elagbo, for calling. Let's take this other person here. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, sir. Your name, where joining us from?
Yeah, this is Thomas Bauer, and I call you from Magidi.
Okay, welcome, sir.
Yeah, for me, I hail from Lofa, Wasonga, where the president comes from. You getting me? Normal day, or let me just say 3 to 4 years ago, we used to take 3 days on car. But today, I can even ride car or motorbike in 5 or 6 hours time. And people used to charge $7,000-$8,000. But this time, people can be begging you. Maybe please give me $2,500, $3,000. So if other people, stay criticizing, they don't want to, pay the fact. Let them continue being, loquacious while the papa is doing his, on the groundwork. And for the other people, you know what it means? Your own weapon. If your own weapon can come up, and say the fact, say no, they want that's something that we should criticize. Let's be real. I can ride from here to Grand Gida for 5-6 hours. Come on, man. And they don't want to say nothing about that. My brother, let them keep talking. Let the papa keep, doing his work.
Okay. Thank you so much. Let's take Pangomo. We mess up on Pangomo call. 0778665699. Let's take this person. Good morning. Welcome.
Morning, DJ.
Yeah, welcome. You are live with us. Your name, where joining us from?
My name is Aliyu Adikoma.
All right, Aliyu, just lower the receiver. Go ahead.
I listen to the senator of Nigeria County. Last time when the senator said in the Senate flu that for year from over now to Grand Gida, our 6 hours, it was not small argument. We carried out debate to the citizen food to the say they deny it. Now the senator coming on against senator challenging anybody. I say for your Grand Gida, you can go there with 6 hours time, you'll get a card to you. For your still Grand Gida. So the feed you have some of your police comprend okay, they went there to go do fast funding as independent. Generally, they say they want to carry no government car, no government official of found left on there when it came out. The all men from all children, I want somebody they say they not think better they put in win. So the way someone else say you want to go there, I pray to God that when you go, you want to carry somebody so that they will go there with you and see when they come back, they will hear what they will say again. Because for them, but they can't see anything good. Everything that the public is doing now is negative to them. All people like do the good thing. Thank you.
All right, thanks so much. We take the 3 more calls. Our guests here already. Then we'll take so we let's take this person. Let's take Pangomo Kamara on this line here. Good morning. Welcome.
Good morning. Good morning. How are you?
Yeah.
How are you?
Oh, good, Pangomo.
Mr. Zopene, how are you? Good morning. Gomo M. Kamara speaking to you from Chikota. The OAPRC worker. Yes, Bakai. I told you guys, we got patriot in Liberia, but we're not plenty. We got patriot in Liberia. We got destructed, but the destructed Liberia more than the patriotic. And God so, if God tried to bless Liberia now, our government, JMB into power. That was some of all men of global commanders spend their energy, their resources, their everything for Baka to win. You know, some of all love Liberia. Congratulations, Ome Baka, Doma, CDCN, WACN, JCN, which is that I don't call it, Ome Finance Minister, TAPCN, Magician, Magician.
Okay. All right.
Magician, I want my man.
Yeah.
All was good. Congratulations, Papa. Allah gave you millions a year, but Allah replace you with somebody that loves Liberia like you, that can make poor people living better life.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you very much. The yellow machine is not going back.
All right. Thank you.
Move to that.
Yeah. Thank you, Pagomo. Thank you. We take 2 more calls, but the women line still open. If you're a lady, you want to be a part of the conversation, you can call on 0776-549122. But I take this person here quickly. Good morning, welcome.
Yes, good morning.
Your name is joining us from?
I'm Alex Bando calling from Bonafide Community, FDA.
Okay, Alex, go ahead.
Yeah, actually, I want to give a big thanks to you guys this morning in studio there. Very, I want to actually appreciate a woman that said we actually talk nonsense. It's true. We actually are the one that always talk nonsense.
We have to respect the people by our view now.
Yeah.
Let's try to be stable.
Actually, I was saying bravo to the president. Mr. Baka will do well for our country. And then they want to say that they're talking. That we are just sit in the corner and talk what they don't see and what they don't know about. When we thank God, we pray to God for long life, let He rule our country for 6 more and another more years to live and see His work that He's doing in the country.
Okay, thank you so much. Let's see if we can cross over to the female line and take this person here quickly. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning, Kamara. Do I not a female, but let me just bring the protocol by borrowing the female line.
Hey, my man.
Yeah, sorry for the inconvenience in between you guys. Let me just appreciate the Unity Party government right now, the ruling establishment. Waga, I was a motorcyclist on our Grand Road 2018, 2019, 2020 during Georgia administration. The 2 zones, let me say, even 2 zones. Right now, even from Toaster to Enter or even anywhere, we used to take the 4 hours from Toaster, from Central Bridge to Enter, even Boreki. We used to take the 4 hours. When we carry Giajo, we carry, but today, even the senator of the great people of Grand County testify to it, I will say we should not pay attention to the retractor that it costs.
Okay, thank you so much. Good morning, welcome.
Good morning, I am Ophelia calling from Kobola Factory.
Okay, Ophelia, welcome.
I want to tell God thank you because empty barrel always noisy, but barrel that is filled can never make noise. So let them go ahead and make that noise while the old man is working. Bravo to you all in studio in Jesus' name.
Amen. My boy, on a prayer in the morning, friend, to get 5 in the morning. So at least let's take this person. Good morning, welcome.
Yeah, good morning.
Your name might join us from?
Yeah, this is Jerry Taylor. I'm calling you from Ghana.
Welcome, Mr. Taylor.
Yeah, my brother, I know my book. didn't go in vain. For me, I know who is the old man, and I know him as a father. And there, from the seventh day, I got to know the woman. And when I was small, I used to ask, most of the time, even during the election, I used to always talk about him. Most of the time, and I was living with my grandma, almost, they call it place, Senga, and was almost near. So sometimes the woman used to be facing that place. When I asked my grandma, I said, but when they make it a living, working here, doing, helping us here, facing role, then my grandma would tell me, the man, he got passion for it, he loves his people, you know, and I know what he can do. So when I used to always tell my voter, I said, I'll vote for the man when I'm the or she.
Okay.
And he will do it.
Okay. We'll take just one more call, then we'll cross over. Just one more call.
Of course, Camilla Shutter will have Representative Jacob DB of Grand Gila Electoral District number 3 will be our guest this morning.
All right.
Camilla Shutter. But
Let's
we'll take
take
a few more calls.
Yeah, let's take this person. Good morning. Welcome.
How are you? This is Mahawa from Ghana.
Okay, Mahawa, welcome.
Thank you. I'm so happy. I'm so overwhelmed the way in which the Women Banker is working. I'm proud of him. And a very big thank you to Patrick Ono, the God gave him long life in World Ballet. And you guys that are working with the station network, may God continue to be guys for your hard work. May God protect you from your worst enemies. May God bring them down to your feet.
Amen.
May God carry like your higher heart. May God give yourself a long life and wisdom to develop our country and bring better education for our people. Thank you and thank you so much. May God bless Punch FM.
Thank you so much. I don't know how I may not call him money or Pascal. I don't know what happened. So coming at 9 o'clock, we will have our guest here with us, and the conversation been fascinating. You listen to the audit report, a damaging audit report coming from the Ministry of Public Works. We talk about it here on this platform, and like we said, they're just a kickstart of what we'll be discussing when it comes to national issues that will be coming from the Joint Committee there up Capitol Hill. They're just the road corridor from Coca-Cola Factory, that's from ERWA to Ganta, Nimba County. You saw the amount of money that got missing. You saw the contractors and whatsoever they did on that road. We read it out to you here. We discuss it, and you yourself now can be the judge. So just one or two more calls, then we transition to our next talking point, or bring in our guest. Let's take this person here. Good morning.
Morning.
Yeah, welcome. Your name is joining us from?
My name is Ike from Baptist Seminary.
Baptist Seminary. Okay, welcome, my brother. You're live with us.
Look, my brother, I just laying down in my day corner, and then tears just running my eyes. To listen to senators of country telling you about this government. They're not even a government, but about the government. I'm so overwhelmed this morning. But it's so hard to get on your line, my brother. It's too hard to get on your line.
It's so hard.
Yeah, it's very tedious to get on the line.
Yeah.
I've been trying. Imagine from this morning, I've been trying.
Hey, man. My man, you know the cause are so many.
Yes.
Yeah.
Look, we supported the government, and I'm working in President Baka and the other chairman, Lucas After. It's been well for this country. Can you imagine from 9,000 I've still take over, right?
Yeah.
3,800.
3,800.
It's a plus to the government, and I'm waiting, and it's a good thing.
Okay. Thank you so much for calling in. Yeah, the lines can be busy, very, very busy in the morning, most especially when we are on. Good morning.
Good morning, Baba.
Yeah, welcome.
Yeah, thank you for the topic on discussion this morning. Thanks for bringing sense to the disco this morning. You guys have said a lot. Even the other report, the so-called other report from Morovia to Ganta Road Corridor, a 12 million can be lost. 12 million. There were most of from Ganta, my own city from Ganta to Grand Gila. middle garden was depleting the country resources. They mismanaged the country budget to the extent that they were only good at this. The Liberian people think faster, they think better, they think wisely by voting them out of power. Thank you for the topic on the discussion this morning.
Okay, our last caller. Good morning.
Yeah, Paka, good morning.
Yeah, your name. Where you joining us from?
Yeah, I'm Kula.
Okay, Kula.
You know Baka doing the campaign, the sedition, they bury the party. And the party have ghosts now. You know the living soul and the dead soul got nothing in common. So the spirit moving around, the spirit just slapping you when the spirit hit you, so you can tell, so they slap you, so you can see it. So they just feeling the heat now from the spirit yet. And the spirit will continue to slap them while our work going on. They will confess more. And Zopeno just confess yesterday. They were more to confess and will continue. The spirit will continue to beat them until 2029. They will just bury them now.
Okay, so thanks so much for calling in. So folks will end the call-in segment on this particular portion of our discussion. Harris, you listen to the callers?
Yeah, of course, Buckeye, and like we entertain the diverse in the views.
Yeah.
So you listen others who say what they want, and that's why we provide a platform. So whether you oppose what we discuss or you support, if it is 1 minute okay, we just continue. Producer just hinted me. We continue the conversation. Okay, so Representative Jacob DB of District number 3. That's District number 3, Grand Jide County is our guest. Yeah, this is our first interaction with him. Yeah, we already resolved that. Okay, and this is our first official interaction with him. Buakai, he won on the Liberian National Union ticket, Landon of Clarence Moniba. So he is an opposition leader.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's great to have you on this morning, Honorable DB. Good morning and welcome to the Punch Breakfast Show.
Thank you so much. Good morning to you. And indeed, as you said, this is my very first time. And I was even surprised. Where is the Punch? Even though I know Patrick, and we have been following when his station was not certificated, or the license of the station was not was revoked, and he was around from code to code, ensuring that his license is restored. So I'm glad that he has his radio and he has his frequency now that you are broadcasting. Coming on my way, I listened and I saw I heard the number of persons that followed you.
Yeah.
So it's amazing that you are doing a very great work. Thank you. And I saw that you have been able to host some of my colleagues, Small Moluba, Helen, Ator, Rigud Barry, and the rest of them. So yes, I'm sure you are doing well. Thank you for everything you're doing. You have a very good setup.
Thank you as well. It's good to have you.
This will not be your first and last time,
Yep.
though, because we'll be giving you hard time once once you finish knowing the place.
I'm okay. I'm one person who's media friendly. Okay. I used to be in the media before. I was a manager for a station on Camp Johnson Road called Elnet.
I know. I know.
Yeah, so I'm always around. I've been to several radio stations. And so any time you call upon me, I will be available.
Okay, and Barkai, before we kickstart, it is good to reference. I mean, I reached out to him literally last night, especially when I followed on a report on the news from our legislative reporter, and so I took interest in that development as well. And so it was literally last evening when I reached, and there was no protocol formalities where you got to reach this other person before you have the conversation, and he was fast to accept our invitation. So it's great to have you. I must acknowledge that. But we move on now.
Okay.
For the sake of our audience and those listening, it is important you give us a bit of yourself. At times we follow lawmakers, especially when you take to national scene politics. People just want to know the political institutions you come from, and that's the information. Until you tell a bit of yourself, I was just reading on an article from the Heritage newspaper that reference that you have over 600 adopted children. I mean, it surprised me a lot as well. So you care to tell us more about that?
All right. So again, I am Jacob Chetaba Divi II. I come from Grand Jide, precise the Slaton, Boston District. I'm from a political party called LINU, Liberal National Union of Dr. Clarence Monumba, K. Monumba. He is our standard bearer. The Liberal National Union is a political party that was founded by the late Dr. Harry F. Monumba, the father of our present political leader. This political party has been in this country since 1997. And fortunately, we have been able to produce 2 lawmakers. In the 2011 elections, we produced one from Grand Cru, and now I'm from Grand Jide. So the party is actually having its sources from the Southeast. So we have been able to establish ourselves as a political party, and our standard bearer is one of the brightest and potential, and one who will make a very good presidency should he be elected 2029 that we are pushing. So we are working hard, assiduously, to ensure that we will take the hands of power comes 2029. So I come from a private sector. I had some little spare. I mean, yeah, sometimes in the government sector, I used to work with the Bureau of Immigration from 97 to 2016. And then I resigned. I put in for a voluntary retirement, but then I have to resign when it was not coming forth. So I worked in various sectors. I worked in schools. I worked in the media landscape. I worked as media trainer with the Liberal Media Center. I worked with the Salvation Army Polytechnic lately as the Dean of Admissions, Records, and Financial Aid. I have a foundation, a girls' foundation. I've been able to support girls since 2011 up to present. So I have over 1,000 students that I'm supporting in grade school, in university, in technical schools, vocational schools. So I have over 1,000 students. I'm one person who on the record for that have supported the most number of students in my constituent when it comes to maybe politicians. So I have, as we speak, I have almost all the elementary students in my district that I'm supporting. So we've come to this position. I hold 2 masters, one in business administration, one in procurement and supply chain. Obviously, I'll have a bachelor degree, so that's obvious. So I have two biological children. God has blessed me with a boy and a girl. So so I was elected in the Ottawa pools, and now I serve on various committees at the House of Representatives. I serve as a co-chair on education. I serve on the Labor Committee, Concession, National Security, Peace and Reconciliation, and I also serve as a council member to the Environmental Council Policy of the Republic of Liberia. I also serve on the board of the Commission on Higher Education. So so those are some of the things I do.
Okay, before we go forward, I was concerned when I followed that you contested in elections in 2017 and got defeated at the hands of Ellis Grandnow, who is the superintendent of the county. And now you have to reconsolidate perhaps on your mistakes, and you came back and overwhelmingly won the confidence of the people. I was thinking how you managed, or how were you able to do that? You as a young man, a very young person, and to win the minds of the people. I mean, over time, the conversation has been for the rural parts. I mean, to win elections in rural Liberia, the first criteria, you must be an elder. We have seen it around. So I don't know. And so how exactly you were able to do this?
Our people in the interior are very intelligent. They are civilized. They understand that politics or a leader should not be someone that is a stranger to them. 2017, indeed, I contested, and I contested as a stranger, even though I was one of the in fact, we were about 2017, and I was the sole candidate that went to almost all the towns. We have over 98 towns in my district, and I visited the nooks and corners of all the towns. Unfortunately, I was not, because it was my entry. It was the first elections, and according to them, I'm sure in their minds I was so new. And besides that, we had an incumbent that have been around, so they have known him for a little while. He won 2011, and he's contesting his second term 2017. So sometimes in the interior, people want continuity. They want to say, okay, since this man has been with us and he has started these things, let's allow him to continue. So he was fortunate to have won the elections, and I didn't win. So when I didn't win the elections, I didn't just fold up. I didn't wait for 2025 or 2020. I mean 2022, 2021 to start my campaign process. Immediately I lost the elections, I took to the towns. I took to the streets. I went from village to village, telling everyone, thank you for participating in the elections. It was not my time. I accepted their results.
After you lost the election?
After I lost the election. When my friends, my colleagues were folding up, running back to Morovia and where they came from, I spent at least a month in the district. Went from place to place on motorbikes. Some of the communities I have to walk sometimes 6 hours, 8 hours just to meet them and tell them thank you. So I was able to appreciate them. And as of 2017 up to 2023, I didn't rest. I was almost every time on the road to Grand Gide. Every time, every week I'm there, so now twice. At one point, I had to defend my thesis. I had 2 graduation programs to serve as guest speaker. One was on a Friday, then one was on a Sunday. Then I had to defend my thesis, my master thesis, on a Saturday from the AME. So I left from here on Thursday. I got to Ganta. I got a motorbike. I went to Pocotown, one of the towns closer to the border. I went and did my speaking on Friday, right in the hall. When everybody was leaving the hall, I changed back into my travel clothes. I came back to Morovia, defending my thesis. When I got to Morovia on Friday night, Saturday morning, I went to the campus to defend my thesis. My name was placed almost to the last, almost around 2 o'clock. I have to talk to Dane Conan and told him, I said, Dane, I have to go back to Grand Gide today. I only came from that last night to be able to defend today. And please allow me to defend at least before 12 o'clock so that I can be able to make my way back to Grand Gide. He was so good. He accepted, and I was able to defend the thesis. And went back on so that to supply copy books to almost 2,000 students. I mean, dozens of copy books, not one piece, a dozen of copy books with my name, my picture on it. 2,000 of them to 2,000 different students, 2,000 dozens. And then I was able to support almost all the students.
Yeah, but you are doing this from your pocket?
From my pocket. Sorry, and some people were giving me little, some people that I know were helping me out and say, okay, can you take this? So I was reaching out to different people. Some gave me a carton of copy books. Some were able to, one guy called, one of my younger brothers called Molu Biliman was always printing them for me. And so with a lot of ways, I was reaching out to different people that were helping, giving me, they believed at the end, many of them believed that I could win the election. So they were reaching out to me. But at the start, it was just me. I was able to build a water tower for one of the communities that lived, that have their place on top of the hill. During the dry season, the women had to get us early, has 2 a.m. to go and fetch water.
In rural Liberia?
In rural Liberia. So we were able to build a well and put a tank up the hill that was supplying water throughout the season. So they had a non-stop all-weather water supply. So those were things people were hearing. And I was able to distribute clothing for children. And during the COVID, we were able to raise money. I was able to buy 1,600 bags of rice to be able to distribute to our people. So a lot of things I was doing. Electrify a clinic, supplied different assorted medical supplies. I did a lot of things. Spoke to almost all the graduations. So then my name became a household name. So when it was time for elections, it was just very easy. I won like 12 towns. I won 12 towns completely. I came second to almost 6 different towns, and the elections, because I knew the community, I was strategic. I went for the bigger towns
and won them overwhelmingly.
I won them bigly.
And then the other one, you came second.
I came second. Then I just got 5, 10 all over the place. While they were fighting, struggling, I was finished with the election.
Was it a surprise to many of your contenders at the time when the elections results were being announced and you were the winner? I mean, did it come as a surprise to many of your contenders?
If they were surprised, it means that they were ignorant because they saw the work that I did. So they didn't match me, but elections, people become arrogant and defiant. They think that they can win because maybe they think they have some money more than you. But elections is not all about money. If you can just look at the elections that brought President Bouakai to the president today, he never had money as compared to CDC. The election is about your relationship, what you can do, your character. So elections is about your history. What have you done? What can you do? So that's the difference between everybody. So that's why when you want to win elections, you don't wait until 2-3 years to elections before you start a campaign. You have to do the early. And then if you start 2-3 years, you must have extra or favor. You must be blessed by God and then maybe you have extra money to different kinds of. But the way the elections are now, they are so transparent. It's almost impossible to cheat and win elections from the ballot box itself. You must have to do it through the people. So if you want to win elections, you have to start like yesterday.
Wow. Okay, so we begin.
So we want to run 2020.
Yeah,
you must start right now.
For elections. I mean, all the thing man explaining, okay. All that money man spending between brother.
That's money, yeah.
But let's move on now. We will discuss your county, your district, as well, and later we transition to national conversation and close up. We follow up days ago. You put forth a communication before plenary discussion that the correction policy within district number 1 has tend to be corrected.
Yes,
district number 1. That is not your district though.
Yeah.
Is literally a death trap for those that are within that area. Now, a few things caught our attention. One of which is it is not your district. Why is it that you have taken so much interest in ensuring that the correction policy there, meet a standard of which over the years it has been abandoned or forgotten as with your communication? That's one. Secondly, to what extent is this affecting the people in Grangida County?
All right. So if you follow the history of Grangidians, we are very supportive. We are a united group of persons. So what affects one person affects all of us. The correction palace is located in district number 1. I come from district number 3. And district number 1 is our capital city. And so what affects the capital affects all of us. I spoke with the representative of district number 1. He was out of country then when the issue of the palace came about. So I spoke to him. I said, Chief, can I talk about this on the floor in your absence? He said, oh, no problem. We are all one person and our interest is Grangida. So based on his consent, I was able to do the communication to the speaker, and we worked in collaboration to ensure that it met the criteria for it to be placed on the floor. So yes, because of that, the collaboration we got, and that's how we are working as a unit. We have a caucus, and he just joined us. He won a by-election. Yeah, so he was so supportive of it. And then because it's something that has to do with all of us in Grangida and Liberia. That's why we supported it. Why it caught my attention, that correction palace was erected during the presidency of the late Tobot in 1979. It was erected so that those who have long stay or who have stayed longer time in prison will have an opportunity to be rehabilitated through skill trainings and different things. And 1979, if you looking at from 1979 to 1980 or to 1990 and 2000, you will understand that Grangida was a place that was actually a remote and most interior part of Liberia. The development was not as it is now, even though we are not developed, but there are much improved. There are many homes have been built, the houses that have been built compare from 1979 to now, even in Moravia, you understand that the population have exceeded. So there are many houses that have been built, and there are other infrastructures beside the houses, the roads and things have been constructed. So the forest have moved backward from the city a little bit. So the idea, I'm sure the rationale was, since Grand Jide is one of the remotest part, let's move people from Moravia who are inmates to that place, so that they can be concentrated and then have the opportunity to be rehabilitated. By the time they serve that term and come out, they will be useful citizens. So in the minds of the Chewy party, under the leadership of the late Dr. William R. Tubbard Jr., he said, let's construct it. So it was constructed for that purpose. So inmates in that community, in that cell, were meant to be rehabilitated through other skill trainings and other forms of skills, so that they'll become useful after they have been after they have served their terms. You know, not only by Liberians, whether they are Liberians or foreign nationals that committed crimes in this country and were prosecuted, were declared guilty, will have to be free after they have served their term. And then when they serve their term, they will come and be successful person. They will vote. They will do some economic activities. They will work and their labor. So we wanted them to be useful people after the time. So it was the purpose for which it was created. It served the purpose over the period of time. The last time that they had a skill training and were able to graduate people was around 2010. Since 2010, the facility has been underutilized. As we speak, the facility is leaking. And they have 203 inmates. Out of that 303, they have 5 females. When it is raining, the inmates will stand. They will look for where the roof is, where there is no leakage, so that they can stay and be able to prevent them from getting wet. Talking about 203 inmates in that kind of congestion. Because the wall has broken down, they don't have that opportunity to come outside outside the inner cell anymore. Why? Because some of them are co-criminals. When they come out of the cell, because the wall is broken, you will not be able to contain them. They will walk out. The officers they have there, they don't even have a vehicle. Their vehicle have been broken for the past 2-3 years. They don't have vehicle to move around. So it doesn't only pose a security threat, but also health. You understand that we don't have good health system. In Grand Jide, most of the times we have to transfer our people to Tapeta, to the hospital. And because of the road condition, some people will even die before they reach Tapeta. Some people, so it's critical for us. So if even there's a health outbreak, how do you contain it? How do you help the people? Those that are in prison, some of them are just pre-trial detainees because the police cell cannot hold them. The court doesn't have a different cell beside that correction palace. Some of the people that are in cell, they were accused and never heard in the court, and because they don't have a bond to file, so they are in prison being there until their cases can be heard. Those people are our citizens. Those people are not guilty of the crime that they were accused of being committed. So we say it's wrong for us to have a holding cell that is not properly attended to. There are monies in the budget. Just this budget year, we were able to put some more money into it for correction palace purposes. So we can't be the representative of the people and allow our people to be living on threat, security threat, health threat. Those when there's an outbreak of cholera or any other or disease in that place, those who worked in this place, those who work there and live in the town will contract that disease and come and share it in the town. So we are saying let the government pay attention to these things. These are our responsibilities. It's not overnighting, but you can start to do it gradually. Because of the size of our envelope, our national budget is around 700 million now. It's not enough. By this time, we should be in billion dollars. So because of the limitation, because of the size of the envelope, we are not saying everything should be done, but the people should be fed. The people should have a very good shelter. There must be There must be warmth in the night. There must be warmth in the day. They don't deserve to be in a leakage place. We don't. All of us here don't live in a leakage place. When our roofs are leaking, we patch them. Why can you patch the roof or the image?
Correction parties.
Why can you build the fence? Why are you leaving the number of police persons, the person of police in Grand Gide, when something happened in Grand Gide, they had to take PSU from Morovia to take them all the way to Grand Gide to contain the situation. Yeah. Every time there was a riot or there was a semblance of riot in Grand Gide, in Lima, in Maryland, in Grand Crew, they will have to take a troop from Morovia to go there. So looking at 200 inmates, co-criminals, and some of them are now co-criminals.
Coronet at the correction palace.
Coronet at the correction palace. When there is an outbreak, when the guys get vexed and want to leave the cell, they can be contained by a number of persons. There are no walls. So you put the lives of our people at risk. You are exposing our people to violence. You are exposing our people to death. You want to kill our people because you don't have money. It's wrong. We can't be the people's deputies and allow that to happen. We are saying our oversight responsibility, our representation is to ensure that the right things are done.
This is scary. I mean, having 200 criminals or perhaps those on pre-trial detainees at a facility that is simply deplorable. It poses a very high security risk on the survivability of those Grangians.
Exactly.
I'm thinking, have you had a conversation with the Ministry of Justice, for instance, prior to this, your decision to have the minister invited? As the people representative, you have come across this situation, perhaps to do, a call to the Minister of Justice, like, Mr. Minister, this is a situation. Has there been any prior intervention by the government in understanding the line of history as to whether the government has directed any attention towards this effect prior to your communication?
So this is the photo of the fence. That
I'm seeing the photo.
Yeah. So that's the photo of the fence. The fence has broken. You
Oh,
see
this is.
Yeah.
Oh, this.
So that's the photo of the fence, and this is the. Let me show you. I will come to your question very quickly. You see, this is the building. You're seeing, okay, this fence, the building, the fence. Okay, you see, there's the roof.
I'm saying.
Yeah, the roof is here. You see the roof. You see the light, right?
I'm saying everything.
So the first contact person is the superintendent of the county. If you look here, you see the superintendent himself has visited the palace. He spoke about it. The correction officers, I spoke with him, and he said he had contacted the Minister of Justice. They talk about, we don't have money.
This current
administration.
Okay.
So my colleague from the committee on judiciary, Honorable Marcus Thomas, has told me that they have been able to speak with the minister, and the minister himself has acknowledged that the condition is appalling, the condition is disturbing, but they will work on it to see how they can renovate the building and ensure that the palace is in tight. But those some of them can be political statements. We have to ensure that our representation is fair, our oversight is ensured, that the works are done. So we can't just leave it with them like that. We have to ensure that it claims the attention of the public, it claims the attention of everyone, so that we exert a lot of efforts and urgency to ensure that the works are done for the safety of our people.
Since the last graduation, 2010 to present, has there been any traceable record of government intervention at the facility?
In terms of
perhaps infrastructural condition, perhaps
no, there have not been any intervention. As I said, the inmates are just there when they said that term and come out good. They don't have the opportunity to do skill trainings anymore, because before 2010 and 2010, the last group, those persons were supported by NGO, by international NGOs. So what we are saying, we are doing these things to speak to the consciences of those international NGOs. Again, is humanitarian, is human rights issue as well. So the government alone cannot be able to do it. So while we are flagging these things, those who have been doing proposals, who have been advocating for human rights, those who have been advocating for justice, will be able to speak and be able to go to the aid of our correction palace in Grand Jide and be able to provide these basic services that we speak about. So we are doing it. It's not just about government, because government alone can do it. So the Minister of Justice as well, with his correction deputies for correction purposes, will be able to reach out to those relevant institutions to ensure that those services are restored. So that's the essence of it. Whenever we make a representation, whenever we try to perform our oversight responsibility, it's not to a specific person, but also to call the attention of others. Now you're talking about the audit. The PAC is having oversight responsibility on that and ensuring that those things are done. So now the public and the rest of the people will be able to ensure that what have been said in the audit report are implemented. So that the essence of the representation, one of the reasons our elections is important.
Okay, so folks, we are in conversation with Honorable Jacob C. DB. He's the lawmaker of District Number 3, Grand Jide County. He's in conversation with us this morning on the Punch Breakfast Show. If you're just joining us, before we transition to other national issues, I want to know, this issue is something serious, and I like the way that you are flagging it, even though it's not from your district, you said that it's from your county, and people are feeling a pinch. And my now is that the Honorable Minister of Justice have been called to do such a job and to see need of having this thing done, and up to now there haven't been a time frame set aside on how or when they will be doing it. Summoning him is one thing, and getting the job done is another thing. Is there any other redress that you think you guys can take in addressing this issue?
So as we said, those in the correction palace are not just from Grand Jide. Many times when people are convicted here from most rather other countries, they will send them there because it is the reason why it was constructed to be able to house those kinds of persons. So they are Liberians, and some of them are aliens and foreigners. So when the issue of aid being flagged, the reason why we summoned the minister is for a bigger decision. Plenary is the biggest decision making of our entity. We in committees will meet and discuss and do recommendation to plenary for decision to be made. So plenary has been able to mandate the judiciary committee to ensure that the issue of the correction palace is looked into as soon as possible. So when the judiciary committee meets the Minister of Justice, there will be findings from their discussions. Those findings and recommendation will be submitted to plenary, and plenary will be able to act upon those. So when the findings come and say that, for example, the Minister of Justice said he will do this, but there are no specific time, they will recommend to plenary. The plenary will receive the recommendation, the report from the committee, and be able to do a letter to the Minister of Justice, mandating the Minister of Justice to adhere to this thing within the time frame. So when within the time frame, either it is 1 week or 2 weeks that is given, when those times elapse without the performance of the Minister of Justice, plenary will again call them. So I worked with one of the committee members on concession and labor. We were able to speak to, we had an issue with China Year, and we have issue with B Mountain. We were able to make report. Plenary mandated those companies to pay into government account this amount of dollars and take some steps. And whenever those steps are not taken, they are reviewed upon them, and we go over to react on them. So some of those things that we have mandated have been done and has paid the time frame. So once we make that kind of determination at plenary, after the committee's report, those things will be done. And so it's not something that they will have to guess about. The legislature is the first branch of government. We have the power to summon, we have the power to impinge, we have the power to remove anybody from office. So we are not there because we are powerful. We are there because of you. You give us that authority, and that's why we are direct representative of you. The 5 and some million people can go and sit at Capitol building. That's why we were elected from each of the 73 districts to ensure that your aspirations, your desire, your wishes are met through us. So when we call them, they will act upon what you want them to do. So this is about the people. It's not about us. We are not saying that he should come and go and renovate our house. We say he should go and renovate their house. That house they emit. People who are convicted by the code, they should go and be able to renovate it and provide the basic services for which it was created. And that's why whenever there is budget year, the various line ministries and agencies will come and do the defense of what they want, how they want it, why they want it. And based on their presentation, the committees on ways, means, and finance will be able to work to ensure that monies are looked for. Money are sourced from different areas and placed, line ministries for the purpose for which they requested. And so those are things that we do as our legislators.
Yeah. So finally on this issue, you have been probably interacting with people that are working there or inmates in the cells there. On the issue about feeding, how is it done? Is it like 2-3 times a day, or they are just eating one time? How is the process?
So because if the house is leaking and there are no skill training anymore, just think about the feeding aspect.
Yeah, that's what I'm asking this question.
I will show you picture of the bags of rice they have. They have for 1 month they have got 10 bags of rice there.
For 200 persons?
200 persons. 200 persons.
I mean, I don't get this part. I mean,
let me show you
200 persons, 10 bag of rice.
I'm saying for I will show you the picture, brother. I will show you the picture. Yeah.
Wow, this is disturbing, Bokar.
I will show you the picture. It's disturbing. It is. I will show you the picture of the place. Yes.
I mean, Bokar, the both of us can eat 10 bag of rice per month. Then I'm worried about 200 persons,
200 persons,
or even 50 persons.
The people are. It will. That will cause them to riot. That will cause them to break that place and walk out.
This is troubling.
It's troubling. That's why we want it to be looked at immediately. It's not just about politics; it's reality. Where did I put this? I just showed it to you. So the affair once a day. Once a day. The affair once a day.
So you eat by installment.
Yeah, so they are eating by installment.
When you eat, you keep it small. LS.
Okay. So this is the picture of the rice.
I wish for those of you watching, you could just see this. This is 1, 2. But I really whole bag at 25 kg.
25 kg, 10.
Yeah,
this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
You are saying 10 of that for how long?
But that's a storeroom right there.
That's a storeroom that always have.
Yeah, I only have
3, 4, 5. So it's 1, 2. So it's about 10, 11, 12 bags altogether. So
that's for 200 persons.
Yeah, that's a storeroom you see there. So
nothing I play again.
Nothing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 in fact. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's the storeroom, yeah. Nothing yet. That's the storeroom I'm showing you.
But I think
this the storeroom.
This thing warrants.
There's the storeroom.
Warrants attention. Let me just. Okay. I think this thing it warrants.
That's the storeroom.
Attention.
Wow, folks.
This.
As you can see, this is it. We are showing it to you on the camera.
This has
that's a storeroom.
10 people will be in Green Jail sometimes. Unless we are
that's the storeroom. So I'm not saying it because I want to exaggerate. I'm saying it with fight. This is serious. Not just it's a human rights violation. The fact that they are convicted doesn't mean that they are not humans. They are entitled to feeding. They are entitled to food. It's a human rights violation. That's what we're talking about. So it should be the attention of everybody. So we are saying not because we're from Grand, but this is about everybody. Who knows? Somebody from Lofa is in Grand in the cell. Somebody from Bapolu, somebody from Grand Kidmount is in the cell. This is about this country. It's not just unique to just the correction palace in Grand Gide. Other centers, according to what my colleague Marco said, many of the prison centers have the kind of similar conditions.
One would say smartly, why it's true that we discuss the current situation faced with those inmates in the various cells across the country. But this problem cannot be unique to the current administration.
No, we are not putting it on this. This just a six months old government. It's not just the government. For you to have the kind of leakages in your home, the fence broken down, it's not just this government. It has been happening over a period of time. It's not just today. It has accumulated today from where we are today. So for you to have a basel, it must have started before. Are you paying attention to it? A fence can just break down today. The erosion has been taking place gradually until finally. Before the fence broke, the inmates used to come outside at least for 4-5 hours, clean, brush around the place. But this time they are held in prison throughout the day, because the police, the security cannot contain them. The vehicles that they should use to patrol, those vehicles are broken. Electricity, the generator is broken. I will show you the generator picture. The generator, there no electricity to the place.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you see, there's the generator.
Okay, so this is a generator I'm seeing from here, completely damaged. So I say, yeah.
So that's the kind of problem we have. That's the kind of problem we have. So there are no services at the place. No services. Nothing happening. It's alarming. It's alarming to have people in cell and you can give them any attention. You see. So the superintendent is there. He try as much as possible to maybe put a stick fence around the place. You see the stick they put there.
Which of course is not even secure.
No, you have a wall and the inmates are jumping out and fighting, breaking that way. Then you put a stick fence there. What are going to do? It's temporary.
Okay, we transition now, folks. That's the situation there in Grand Gide County at the Correction Palace. Residents there as well live in fear because of what I'm seeing is threatening. And mind you, this place is in the capital. Yes, that's the disturbing thing about it.
Yeah,
it is within Zwaju. So why if the prisoners decide, Baka to take other actions, what will happen? That of which we don't pray for until government intervenes in the situation. But we transition on the national scene. It will interest you. I'm saying interest you for those of you listening. This morning that Honorable Jacob Deeby was one of the lawmakers that rode Keke to the Capitol building.
Oh yes,
I mean,
in fact, I led the process.
Oh, you led the process, and you don't take exception to that.
No. We have to get to work. We've been in Parliament for the past 6 months now, and what many persons don't see is that they think that we are nobody. We should not have our entitlements, and it's unfortunate for many persons to see it that way. The House of Representatives or the legislature is the first branch of government. We are elected, like the president, the vice president, and when they are elected, the very day they are elected, the country provides vehicle for them, provides home for them, and start to feed them with security. But when we are elected, we are vulnerable. We don't have vehicles, we don't have homes, we don't have food, we don't have anything. Many times people don't understand this. We were elected according to the law. We should be able to have $50 per day to go to work and come from it.
$50
per day. So
that's USD.
USD. So I live in Grand Gide. $50 every 9,000 plus. To come to Moreover to work and go back. Will the $50 do it? It won't be able to take me to and from work. So they said within the 3 years, we'll calculate the $50 and buy you a car. This car will only be for you. You will be responsible to gas the car. You'll be responsible to repair the car. Everything on the car, you are responsible. So they said $45,000. Even if you look at it, it's not even $50. The $45,000 you're thinking about around $28 per day over 3 years' time. So the government sum up that and say in 3 years
you go to work 2 days. 2 days in a month.
No, we go
2 days in a week.
No, we go to work from Mondays to Friday. Mondays to Saturday. We on committees. Why if we have our committee and we have to work Saturday and Sunday?
Okay.
So our job is one job that is time consuming and is result oriented. Every of the country, we are responsible. We are responsible to have oversight over the Minister of Justice, the minister, all the ministries and agencies. We have oversight responsibility through committees. So we work through committees. As we speak before Tuesday and Thursday, the committees have to make report. So we don't sit home Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday. We go to work every day. We have to go. For example, we have issue to go to Tottenham Borough to look at the Western Cluster issue. Will we sit home and say because we don't have a session Tuesday and Thursday? The House works through committees. For the successful running of that institution, we have to have committees, and that's why we have committees. Those committees have oversight. I've just told you I work with the Committee of Labor, Concession, Education, and the rest of them, security. So for us to be able to know what's happening at the ministries and agency, the committees have to always make inquiries. So that's why when a minister or when a director is summoned, sometimes they say, okay, this committee will take responsibility to ensure that what you have been summoned for is looked into. So we work through committees. So work from Mondays to Saturday. So the government says that since you come to work this time, it's 28. In fact, not $50 anymore. It's 28. If you times, if you divide 365 days, if you time 365 days times 3 and divide it by the number of $45, you will understand the number of the amount that we get a day. So that amount of data was put together, some out in lump sums. Let's buy them a car. We're the only institution, the government institution. The government does not service our vehicles. The government does nothing with our vehicle. Once the vehicle is issued for the 3 years, we service the vehicle, we fuel the vehicle. So it's not insured. We insure it by ourselves. If we want to insure it, we insure it for ourselves and by ourselves. So unfortunately, you get a vehicle, your 3 years vehicle, and you have an accident. The government is not going to replace that vehicle. But when the minister got his car, the car is fueled, the car is maintained. When there is an accident, the car is replaced, the car is serviced, and he given new car. The directors have their car even exceed the $45,000. The government fuels the car. The government maintains the car, repairs the car. The government does everything with the car. When a car has accident, for example, the government retrieves it and replaces it. Does the government does that for us? No. 3 years they give us that vehicle. No, $45,000 car. Why people should buy? Have they asked themselves the $45,000 car? What comes with it? Have they asked themselves how are the $45,000 cars being maintained? How did the government arrive at us giving? Are then giving us $45,000 car? They are now many persons they don't do research, so they say it because somebody have said it. Have they asked the ministers how much the car costs? Who repaired their car? Who fueled their car? Nobody have question to answer to that. The next thing is that we don't have medical. We the only group of people that in this government, in this country that don't have medical. The ministers do. We don't have scratch cards. So what can we do? And we the only people.
Is this a current? I'm saying the 55th legislature that don't have all of these things, or this is how it has been for years? Because some of the revelations are totally strange to me. When I listen that lawmakers don't have scratch cards, don't have gas. The last time over the years, I told that lawmakers receive gas slips.
We get. I said they give us vehicles and they give us gas. They don't repair our vehicles. We repair our vehicles. So when our vehicle for the $5,000 car, when they give it to us, now we'll bust it out. Unfortunately, there will be no way until the next 3 years. So that means we'll not have vehicles. As we speak, since January up to now, a single rumor sheet or a single sheet has not been procured by the government for us. How have we been working? Nobody cares to understand that. But we go to work every day. We do committee hearing. We do all kinds. We do communications. We invite people. Where those stationery come from? The government had never bought us a single printer, a laptop. All those things have been procured by us. But nobody has the time to understand all of those things. When when we say, okay, give us all of those things in lump sum. Oh, the people are stealing, the people are rogues. Meanwhile, these are the same people who come to our houses every day. When the Ministry of Education does not provide stationery or chalks in school, they come to the lawmaker. Oh, no stationery. We have put the money into the Ministry of Education budget to do them, but no librarian have been able to follow the Ministry of Education or the Ministry of Health.
Because the people have you there.
So that's why, because they have us there, they need to be fair to us as well to speak what it is. We shouldn't be providing stationery for schools, but we have to do it because we are the direct representatives. We always have oversight. Now, with the Ministry of Education, I have been able to speak to her, and she's doing well. The ministry they are doing a lot of visitation to understand the conditions of these schools and why they are happening.
I'm saying the debate at that time was when those of you lawmakers took the KK or Capitol Hill.
Yeah.
Which, of course, even though the Liberian government has put a strict restriction that KK should not use the main corridors, but you lawmakers were indifferent to that as well. Took those KKs at all Capitol Hill. The conversation was that it is because of service. You are serving the people. And prior to you becoming a representative as a private citizen at the time, when you were going to the people to secure their votes, you have at the time your private vehicle. Why say that? If even to a point that government is preventing your benefit as with the way you guys claimed, we have continued to use your private vehicle and sell out the conversation to national government until these things are worked on. But the fact that you have to take care of Capitol Hill was in your protestation for your right. You have violated the same very laws of the country that you go on to craft.
So what we have to understand is that there are no laws on the book that prevent KK from using the executive mansion. It is a policy issue. They are saying, oh, because it's not unique, it's not good to do it. There's no law. One time, I have my private vehicle. My private vehicle has been used for some time. It will break down. When it breaks down, I have to go to work. Because the vehicle breaks down, so I shouldn't go to work. Sometimes I ride taxi to go to work. Sometimes I ride motorbike to go to work when my vehicle is broken down, when it's in the garage. So it was on a Tuesday we have to go to work, especially it's on a section day.
All of your car break down.
It was broken. Our cars were those were our personal vehicles. Those are our personal vehicles.
But you guys are over 5-6 persons.
Yes.
So
all
of your car break down.
Oh no, some people have been going. Yeah. Some of our colleagues, their wives have been taking them to work. One of my colleagues were coming to work yesterday. His vehicle broke down. He had to call his wife for a wife to bring her car and to take her. So to those of us who wife don't have cars and only have one vehicle, how do we do it when it's in the garage? We have to find ways to go. Sometimes I live mentality. People see me, sometimes getting KK to go to work.
Have there been time frame set aside in purchasing you guys new vehicles?
We are looking at there are a lot of conversations ongoing with the Ministry of Finance and our Waste, Means and Finance committee, and they are saying yes, they are finding means to ensure that we get vehicle before the end of August. So I'm sure we'll be able to get vehicle before the end of August.
All right. That's that. Okay, so
let me make it clear. It was not in protestation that we walk again to work. We walk again to work because we have to go to work. Sometimes we ride motorbike and it's raining. You don't want to be on motorbike, the rain starts falling. And sometimes where we live in Mantari, it had to get car from Mantari to Broad Street. So KK are there. So I got on KK.
Was that a decision you took that morning, just waking up, or it was something that was already calculated? Because we Westerners, you guys took your official plate as well, place it on the KK as well.
Yes.
So it shows that it was already calculated. You guys planned on that very Tuesday to have that done.
We don't have vehicles. Our vehicles in the garage. And we have been commuting either by taxi or by motorbikes, and for us to be able to have access to the main road. Is the rainy season we have placed our place on a keke. So that you understand that it is our vehicle for that time. And because it is our vehicle, nobody can stop it. We are going to session and you can stop us from going to session.
Okay,
so that's why we place our
okay.
place.
So when last you visited Grange?
I was in Grange 3 weeks ago.
3 weeks.
Yeah.
How's the road?
Yes, the road is slippery now, but it's pliable. It has been graded, and so there are no more pop holes on the road. The road has been graded. We have less hours going to Grange as it used to be.
Previously, how long it took you to Grange and now how long it's taking you?
From the 2006 up to 2023, it has been sometimes, especially during the rain, if it is the rainy season from April to October, sometimes it will during in fact from July to October, when you go in Grange, there sometimes it will take you a week, depending on the mood of transportation. But for me, it has always been motorbike, because I'm not going to waste my time in vehicle, because there will be a stock on the road. The trucks are there. So those who have been using vehicles, it will take them sometimes 2 weeks, sometimes a week. Yeah, to get to Grange there, because of the mud on the road condition. So it has been very, very terrible from that time up to 2023. Roads very bad. During the dry season, you'll see that the valleys are there, the ditches are there. They have not been grading the road, but it has been graded since a month ago. And so the roads are very good. We have less time to go to Grange as compared to previous times.
Bwaka, before you transition to the course, a specific reason why we ask this question. Across the Southeast, we have had a time to bring few of your colleagues here as well, and they have provided their different accounts. Yesterday, it took by surprise the country when you have your senator as well, of which all of you from the county caucus, admitting to the fact that it still remains a doubt to him how the government was able to have this done in the space of just 6 months. And so we are concerned that you as a people representative in Grange County, how has the conversation been with the people? Now that we have the rule, you are admitting that it is pliable. It takes just a time, a very less time now to be in Grange as compared to the way it was. How's the conversation like with the people?
So for me, I'm not really surprised. It's just the will of the government, the will of the presidency has been lacking to create the rules. When I was small, my late father had a very small car, a sedan. We used to go to Grange every break. July would be in Grange. We're in Banga. So we used to go for every break. We never had the kinds of conditions where when they see people would not have smaller cars, would not go there. There were regular maintenance of the road. And all we expected governments before this government to do was just to continue maintaining the roads. As simple as it is. We have county engineers. We have the yellow machine, the public work ministries. All we said to them was just grade the road. When there is dry season, you go back on the road, put a machine there and grade the road, fill up the potholes, compact it. That's all we need for now. We don't need after now. All you can do is to do, because before the 1990 war, there were rainy season. And the rainy season had the same length of time. Nothing has changed. The only thing that has changed has been the mentality of a government. There has been the mentality of the people. The people deserted the Southeast. They deserted all the roads, even Lofa Road. They deserted the roads. Even from Teni to Rawasport Road have been deserted. All the feeder roads, all the dusty roads have been deserted. So all we said was just maintain, put the machine on the road, grade the road. That's all you need to do. You don't need any asphalt pavement right now. Just maintain the road. It's the willpower. So I'm not surprised that this government has the willpower to do it. The president is an indigenous. He comes from Lofa. He knows that his people in Lofa need to come to Monrovia. And so it's just common sense. What we have lacked in this country for many years is just common sense. And civilization is not how much book you know. It's only knowing that this thing is good for you and it's good for your next brother. That's all civilization. Simple civilization. Our people in the interior, they are not educated, but they are civilized. They are civilized to understand that what is not good for them is not good for you. And once you start to establish that, then you will live as a good person. That's all the government is doing.
For the government to maintain on this footing, the 285 pieces of earth-moving equipment we have to assist the government hugely in maintaining the roads there in Grenjida. And I know you want such a road to continue. Are you one of those lawmakers that are opposing the government's drive to have 285 pieces of moving equipment in the country?
There are a lot of questions to that. In as much as I want a good road, I want worth value for money. I want the root of inform what inform that decision? Do we need that number of equipments? Look at go to Banga, you see, go to the public works ministry, you see the number of machines that are laying there in ruin. They are not being serviced. Some of them for tire, some of them for gasket, some of them for
minor issues.
So minor issues. They are there. So what informed the executive's decision to start to think about having 285 moving machines? It's a good thing for me. I agreed that we need machines, but let's follow the procedure. Let's understand why they want those kinds of machines. What are they for maintenance? How are they going to maintain them? Where will they have them? Who's going to use them? So all those things, where are they coming from? How much will it cost the Liberian government? When we have all the details, then we're going to start looking at, okay, yes, it's good to do it. But until we understand what it is, you're not going to jump around because you want machines. This is a country of laws. We said the wrong things. People have been doing the wrong things in the past. We can't come now because we need it and continue doing the wrong thing. Generation unborn will judge us for the decision we make today. If we must be different, we must be able to do it now.
Why, if it is beneficial to them?
It is beneficial to everyone. I'm not saying it's wrong to have machines. I'm saying the procedure of getting the machines now are not being good because we don't even understand. As you understood the president, he said it's a gentleman agreement. This is a country. This is not an individual home. This is not a private or firm that you run and say, okay, I can take a decision. This, you are talking about 5 point some more million people you're talking about. Making decision for them.
Is this decision, is it coming from the people of Grenjida County District Number 3, or you are just single-handedly doing this?
It is a decision of this country. Whatsoever we do as legislators, we are doing it in the interest of the people of this country. So we're not going to be in debt in the country, or we're not going to be signing off to things that we don't know about. You are a journalist. If you heard that I signed off to something that I don't know of, how will you categorize me? Now that the person has admitted to all of us that those machines that he brought in the country, they have not concluded the arrangement. How can you negotiate with somebody, have not agreed in terms with the person, and bring in the machines, and you're saying that it has no benefit? I mean, it has no cost monetarily to Liberia. You waive taxes. The taxes that you don't have the power. The executive does not have the power to waive taxes. It's the legislature that has the power to waive taxes. So how have you done that? That's violation of the law.
So communication. I can recall.
Let me tell you. He said it has. How the people those are concerns we have. If you say you have not spent a dime as a country, we want to know. So the places that you have stored them, who mine those machines?
You could invite the finance minister to tell you because the thing about it, you have in the budget line that calls for presidential projects. I stand to be corrected, and with that, it is on that presidential project that you have all of those projects.
You are assuming.
I'm not assuming because a lot of you lawmakers have admitted to that.
But the presidential there are lines for presidential projects, but they don't amount. Yeah, that's not an amount. Yeah.
Honorable DP, my concern has been if your lawmakers said what informed the president's decision that there is a need for assessment, the current Liberia we have, evidenced by the deployable road conditions. Do we need assessment to understand that road condition is a challenge for us in this country?
No, my point is what informed the decision of 285?
It's too much. It's too much.
The number,
each county benefiting. Some county has 17 districts. Some county has 17 districts. So it means that.
Let's look at county like River says, Bapulu,
Bombay.
You take 19F moving machines to those counties. Where would they be parked? Which road would they be grading?
The same roads that are there.
19F moving machine for River says.
But the F moving equipment runs from the heavy duty trucks to the caterpillars to the water tankers. So these are different.
So what we're saying, we need the machines. We need the machines. You're not going to make any decision by knee jerk. This country is a very big country, and we need to understand that when we take decisions, they are decisions that people will not laugh about. They have to be decisions that are taken, consciously. So we need the machines. We need to understand where we're going to take many of them, and how we're going to deploy them, how we're going to maintain them. Those are questions we need. How much they're going to cost the Liberian government to have the machines? What are the terms and conditions? Those are things we're talking about.
I'm trusting your district have capacity to host it. I'm saying your portion of it.
We don't have capacity to host 19 machines. We have other vehicles to move around. We need the machines, but we don't need that number of machines.
Okay.
And we don't want to put the government into a lot of burden that we can, especially this country. We open the money. We need to understand and make use of we have other things we need to direct our energies to. We have the education, we have the health, we have agriculture, we have security, we have other electricity, other things. We need to direct our efforts to the
let's go to the
let's look at that.
All right, let's go to the phone line, take few calls, like 3 to 4 calls, then we wrap up here on the show. Call on 0778 665 0778. The phone already started bossing. Let's take our first caller here this morning. 1 minute per caller. Good morning, welcome.
Good morning, brother. Good morning to the honorable studio.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah, I think the letter that was sent by the president was informational letter, right?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, because it was spelling out before this is a negotiation that we are not going anywhere with. We just try to start against the law down for who are developing this country. If you say 19 is not necessarily Grand Gide. Okay, since you don't want 19 Grand Gide, please get a really one to the other counties that need more than 19.
Okay, all right. Thank you so much. Let me take this person here quickly on this line. Good morning, welcome.
Good morning, boy guy.
Yes, sir.
Good morning to your studio guest. My name is Josiah Sumo calling from the Water Peace Island, commonly called 540.
1 minute, quickly.
I listened to your studio guest saying that they don't need 19 yellow machines. There's a studio get telling you, say, I not for yellow machines and government intervention. If people would not be get easy around now to go Grand Gide, but you don't need 19 yellow machines. No, there's one because protest for 45,000 acre in the name of rights again. He said no, he needed to go to work. But that government is only opportunity to provide a basic social service for his citizens. How do he feel when you're going to work in 45,000 acre to put a Grand Gide? The news is one ATA boss or ATA. The National Transport Authority to commute these people from one point to another point. So we should protest for that too against them.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. 0778 665 699. Good morning. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Yes, sir. Your name is joining us from 1 minute quickly. We are out of time.
Yeah, my grandson Gaga from District 10.
Okay.
You know the saying that go, they say if you want to know the true color of a man, give him power. So I mean, I'm one of the mistakes we made, or we get, punch ourselves in the land by giving these guys power. See why the representative is saying. Have you been to Riverside before? Do you know the amount of road that need to be open Riverside County that you say?
How long? Since when you been to Riverside? When last you went there?
I'm from Riverside County. Now, all of the roads are there. Most of the roads are not the roads to go. Why? Inside Riverside, I'm not talking about the road that going inside no way. I'm from inside Riverside. I'm from Breakfas City. Then you telling me you don't know Riverside?
Okay. The man say
the machine are good.
19 pieces of machine are small Riverside. What be our
machine? Those are the people that fit in the way of development grandchildren.
All right, thank you so much. Let's take another person. Good morning, welcome.
Yeah, good morning, brother.
Yes, sir. Your name is joining us from?
Brother, there is Fabian Do for FCC Go.
Okay, go ahead.
Brother, let me say this to the lawmaker. Our Fabian Do here from Grand Crew South Town. Even if the president will give me 30 machines for Grand Crew, I will be happy. We got area to keep that machine. We can carry one in Border, we can carry one in South Town, we can carry one in Bakersville. We got so many places in Grand Crew that we can carry them. So the lawmaker will not be telling us the road now is plowed with a good Grand Crew, and telling us that we don't want nothing machine. We want more than nothing machine in our country.
Okay. All right, thank you so much. Now take this person on the line. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Yeah, your name is joining us from?
My name is George K. I call from a temporary permanent resident.
Okay, George, go ahead.
Temporary.
Yeah, thank you. Let me first of all applaud the lawmaker for a deliberation this morning. What all you said on the issue of the Palace of Correction in Grand Eden are all true. The palace is on deplorable condition and it needs government attention. And I'm also congratulating for speaking on behalf of Liberia, not Nigeria alone, because the Palace of Correction is meant for every county in Liberia, and it is not for Grand Nigeria alone. It's only built there to host every image across the country.
Okay.
So for talking about it, it means that he is advocating for Liberia, not Nigeria alone.
Okay, thank you so much. Another person, 2 calls. Good morning, welcome. Doing pretty well.
Okay, this is my follow-up. The honorable in there, you see these guys, put in power, they don't want to seek their own people.
But yeah, the whole machine being on power.
Yeah. Let me tell you now, the president and the government, this government here, do extremely well to cater to their own suspicious side. Up to now, you don't want to appreciate this government. But yet they still seeking their own interest for the $5,000 car wearing keke.
But they need to go work. So you can be working and you are entitled to something like no. Listen to me now. You can be working and you are entitled to something and you're not getting it. Then you still be. No, not a discussion there, man. Not a discussion there. Let's take somebody from this line here quickly. Good morning, Dennis.
I think I'll put your phone.
Hello, you say your name again?
I'm Lincoln. I'm Dennis Lincoln, and I call from EW Junction.
Okay, Dennis, go ahead. You are live with us.
Okay, I listened to the honoring studio. I want to say thank you very much. And to see a person doing the right thing in Liberia, they turned you to be a very bad person. And so the honorable is not saying that the equipments are bad. He's saying the procedures. I don't know how our people understand these things.
Yeah.
But I want to say thank you. We need few of his kind to change the system and make sure that the right thing is done. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Dennis, for calling. We take 2 more calls, then we'll wrap up. We are already out of time. Yeah, we are pressed of time. Let's take this person here. Good morning.
Good morning, Kamara. How you doing?
Doing pretty well. 1 minute.
Yeah, this is Nathan Yene joining you from our Puebla resident. Okay, let me applaud the people lawmaker of Grand Nigeria County district number 3. Honorable Didi, thank you. This is a lawmaker without bowler. It is see the thing he propagating for the citizens of Liberia with regard to the corruption party. I mean, it's a welcome news. Yeah, thank you, Honorable Didi.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Our last caller. Good morning. Okay, we mess up on that call, being the last person. Let's take Julius. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, welcome.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, my name is Julius Sky, and I call from District 3, Moserado County.
Okay.
Yeah, let me first of all appreciate the honorable man this morning for taking a bold step in studio there. You know, Liberian people, 1 10 or 20%, yes, well, like it is on a wrong path. What people just take it, they will believe it. but it takes a man to take a post. The old man is not saying yellow machine is not good for the country. We all know we need machine in the country. So same we need machine in the country. When they will bring machine, anything come from there, we should hold it because we want machine.
Okay.
We said no.
All right. Thank you so much. Let's take okay, just the last call. Good morning. Welcome. You are a final caller. The lines are bossy. Yeah.
Thank you, Baka. Let me say good morning to you and Harry. My name is Kwewu William Covey, and I joined this conversation from District City here about a dictator small called Monoba.
You hold it. You don't tell them what the dictator say.
Yeah, until that man can stop.
My man, go ahead to the point. We are out of time. Go to the point.
So to the issue, I think the lawmaker, and I've said to the Brent people this morning.
How?
Issue number one is that the lawmaker, when Harry raised the question on him that, lawmaker, he was one of those that led the keke at the capital building. He bragged about it, wanted to take the glory that, yes, he led the process. But then when he was pushed again, he came back and said, no, we did not protest because of the car issue, but our car broke down. How can all of you car broke down on the same day and on the same day, that's the process? Another issue, for that car issue, he wanted to deny that the government is not providing the gasoline and splash card. When I was trying to bring it back outside,
you didn't listen. You don't listen. You did not listen. You didn't listen. You did not listen to us. You didn't listen.
All right, cool. Okay.
Let me ask him a question. Let me ask the lawmaker a question.
Quickly, my man.
Let me ask the lawmaker a question quick. You're working for the benefit of the Liberian people, and the nurses and the teachers too are working for the benefit of the Liberian people. But you are demanding car or Liberian government buy you car, and they are not buying car for the nurses who are doing the most tedious work.
My man, no, I say, we buy a car for nurses. You know, nurses in the country, we say, I'll go be nurse. Then we join them to Liberian people, wherever our car.
Yeah, it costs too much.
Yeah, I know press of time management.
Good morning. Welcome.
12 additional minutes.
Go ahead.
Hello?
Go ahead, your life.
Okay. Yes, let me thank the Honorable in studio. Let me thank the Honorable in studio, and let me thank him for flagging the issue of the National Palace of Correction.
Thank you.
You know that the state remanded a lot of hardcore criminals at the palace, and if the palace is abandoned, the raise to the community, especially people that live in Zwedru. More than that, common stories tell us that most of the people that are elected is left their people constituents to come to the capital for work. And after work, they got to go fight to report to their people. You want for them to ride motorbike? The thing is budgeted. So are you saying that the president budget that you ride the vehicle, you ride your own vehicle, you're not supposed to ride it, you can ride second?
Okay.
Why we can't unify our position?
All right. Thank you so much, my brother.
When people entitled to something and they are doing their work.
All right.
Let's be fair to each other.
All right. Thank you so much. Let's be fair to each other. Pascal David, 30 seconds.
Yeah, it's sufficient. So somebody said a dictator district. So, but he doesn't want the president to follow the laws. Really contradiction, right? Even though we are a democratic state, so it's a crime when you become dictator. So I want to say thanks to the lawmaker. Look, we want even 1 billion, like I've always said, but the law should be the law. We should follow the law. Mind you, it's not just about us today. It's about the future.
Okay.
We're happy that Mr. Baka have left.
All right.
I mean, somebody becomes president, and the president just do everything in his own power. No, we must follow the law, and our legislature will be held accountable if the procedures in bringing those machines are not followed. Thank you so kindly.
All right,
Okay.
thank you. That's our final call.
We won't take calls again.
Honorable, listen to the callers just to wrap up.
I'm not surprised at the comments from few of the persons. This is Liberia, and they will only praise you when you are no more in power. Only dead persons or former persons in this country are good. So they understand of many of our persons in this country is very, very, very not average. They many times think based on sentiments and party lines and what they support. Because you support this person, so you don't see the wrong, even though the person himself admitted to being wrong. You want the person to be right when the person says, "Oh, I'm wrong." The president said to his letter after we summoned his chief of staff, the minister of state, the minister of our portfolio, and the rest of the people. After we summoned them to understand what we are hearing, he sent a letter saying that This is a process of negotiation with an old-time friend. He did not name the old-time friend. As a president of this Republic of Liberia, you are negotiating with somebody whose name is not being disclosed. How do you expect us as your deputies to take that seriously? You are bringing in country machines without without letting us know the procedure. How do you expect us to ratify such a decision? How do you expect us to explain to our constituent, the very people that are talking there, they will start telling you, oh, they didn't do diligence. They don't know what they're doing. How can you say such a thing? You didn't elect us to just say yes to everything. You elected us to know and advocate for you. We are trying to stop and prevent the wrong things from happening. They've been crying. All of us here have been crying that we've been doing the wrong things and we've been doing the wrong things. Shouldn't we look at the merits and demerits of these things that come to this country? We have signed all kinds of concessions in this country. The 55th, we are reviewing all the concessions again. We just told you before today, B Mountain, China Union, all of them have been in violation. We're just trying to ratify them. They are being punished. They are being asked to pay into government's revenue these amounts. And you are saying we shouldn't do it. We are entitled to vehicles. Not everybody in this country will have. Every sector of the government, every ministry, line agency have an allotment in the budget. And that budget is a law. When it is passed, every line they have to be adhered to. When you change it, it's a violation. You must be brought to book why you change it.
Okay.
So everything that our vehicles are legitimate reasons. I just broke down how the 45,000 came into being. Many of them they didn't follow that, and they will not follow it because they have pre-consideration. That's the problem with this country. Those are the same people who will come back to our houses tomorrow morning and ask us for this. So they are not being fair to themselves. When I was my first semester in undergraduate, one of my teachers said, we don't know ourselves and we're not even, truthful to ourselves. When your mom putting the food in the plate, you say, oh man, I read plenty. But when she ignore you and put more rest there, you will not leave some that you will eat all. Even though you are telling her the rest plenty, but you know left some in the pen. So that's the kind of people we are. I know Liberians have been here since I was a baby. I'm here up to this time, my age. So nothing surprises me with their attitude. Once a Liberian man is not in his favor, he will go against it. When in your favor, whether that black, he will say that white. So I know them. But we'll do the right thing. We'll not listen to them. We'll ensure that generation tomorrow will judge us for what we do today. We are here to do the right things, regardless of which party you come from, regardless who is the president. We will do the right thing. If you don't do the right thing, we'll summon you. We'll tell you that you are doing the wrong thing. And this country must be a country of law. It's not the way it used to run. We have to change it. And all of us, it is upon us as young people. Those of you are very young guys that are running this station. Ensure that you aim for the highest. Ensure for integrity. Ensure that you do the right things. Thank you for the time.
And
thank you so much.
Thanks so kind of Representative Jacob DB has been our lone guest this morning. Tomorrow at 9 o'clock, we'll have Representative Sekou Cannon of Station number 2. Folks, we gotta go.
Yeah. So, folks, we'll be back here tomorrow morning on the Punch Breakfast Show. Harris Betty, Boakai Amara Kamara. Up until then,